I said feel free to hit the music wherever you want. What? What the
hell? Perfect timing there.
I was trying to turn the music up, sorry.
I am Mike, and I am joined by my wonderful players, Dom and Rob. So, let's just jump straight into this then. What happened previously on D&D?
We were on a boat.
We were on a ship. I was playing Madclaw, a savage orc, not half orc swashbuckler. And he's quite acrobatic, seems quite at home on the high seas and on rigging and things like that. And he was rather enjoying himself on the high seas. That's what was happening first off. He was admiring his comrades' ability to survive at sea in full armor as well.
Yes.
Yes, and I was playing the half-orc knight, Barney Stubble.
Barney Stubble.
Who, was in full armor, lacking a mount, and was in the process of becoming hardcore bros with Madclaw. Possibly not at Madclaw's preference, but that's what was happening on Barney's end. In the brief time he was alive, because very quickly the ship crashed on something specific, but I can't remember what it was.
It was off a reef. But do you remember why the ship crashed?
Because there should have been a lighthouse.
Yes, someone at the last minute cried out that actually the light from the Pearl Tower should be right next to them, as opposed to in the distance. And the ship run aground and sundered upon a coral reef and rocks, and splintered the schooner, sending you all scattered across the shore. And then, yes, you all came to in basically a ship's graveyard.
Yes, and just as they were collecting themselves and deciding on a direction to go, appropriately enough for a graveyard, we were accosted by some ghouls.
Yeah, apparently a reduced amount of ghouls rushed us. We could have been surprised, but we thankfully made the check to determine they are upon us, so we weren't immediately hit with a surprise round. So we at least got to roll initiative with them. And then we just got swarmed by them.
Yeah. Barney attempted to charge and strike down a ghoul, but sadly missed with his one and only attempt to hit, and was then subsequently swarmed by, I think it was only two to be fair, but they first infected him with ghoul fever.
Yeah.
And then critted him, and maybe because it was a coup de grace, that it was an auto crit.
He paralyzed you.
That's it. They paralyzed him. And then, auto crit on the coup de grace, instantly murdering poor Barney Stubble, leaving Madclaw alone.
Madclaw killed one.
Mm-hmm.
Saw the writing was on the wall. Saw that his friend, as he said rather distastefully, canned meat.
Yes.
Before abandoning the fallen knight and rushing away. Madclaw jumped into the water, where he received an inexplicable 3 points of non-lethal damage for jumping in the sea for no reason whatsoever.
It's too shallow, and you know what happens if you dive into
It
a shallow
clearly isn't
hole,
too shallow
right?
because you can see a massive ship sticking out of the water there. So it's obviously not. Regardless, he then waded his way to the shore and realised he was playing solo D&D and was vindicated in this, because it's perfectly okay to play D&D on your own. It's
Yes.
okay. It's okay to play D&D on your own.
Yes, as a public service announcement, you will find the rules for solo play D&D in your Dungeon Master's Handbook.
Yes. Yeah. Well, there's. I mean, I joke, but this whole tabletop RPG is now devoted to single play. So it was a funny joke back when 3.5 was the thing, and now
Back in the early noughties.
Yeah, in modern days, that's called the gap in the market. So there we go. Anyway, regardless, yeah, that was where we left it, wasn't it? The knife licking mad orc, Madclaw, on his own. Before somewhere called the Pearl Tower, I believe it was called.
It was the Pearl Tower,
Pearl Tower, and then that's where we left it. Boom.
And we used the rest of that time to roll some new characters and some backup characters just in case. And we are going to pick up immediately from where Madclaw reached the shallows and is busy walking towards the shore, onto the beach and towards the Pearl Tower. But just before he gets out of the water, he spies a figure. There is a figure propped up against a rock. You can see, Madclaw, that they are alive and breathing. You recognize them as another passenger on board the Swift Lyric. Dead, would you please describe yourself as you are coming to in the shallows, propped up against this rock?
Yes, you see before you an elf, pure elf, in long, what would the word be? Sort of tan robes, tied at the waist with a long dark hair, let's say, because that's what the avatar's got, with braids running through them. This is Padrichor, who you have perhaps heard.
That's a great name. Oh my god.
You've heard mention he's something known as a soul knife. Although what a soul knife is, perhaps you don't know.
Yeah, Padrichor is like main campaign level names, Dom. Padrichor is such a rad name for a soul knife, an elven soul knife, and you know he's just going to be humiliated and then murdered, like in a few short moments.
Oh yeah. The more effort I put into the naming, the more brutal the death.
It's gonna be so savage.
I will send you a T-shirt. I was killed by Mike, and all I got was a lousy T-shirt in the post at some point, Dom.
Excellent. Well,
I should hope so.
Madclaw's eyes will widen when he sees Padrichor. It might have been a relief for him to have been parted from this elf for a while, not because of anything that Padrichor has done. More, I think that Madclaw has like a primal fear of your abilities. It's like completely unnatural to him. So when he sees you, goes, "Ah, the strange one lives."
Am I conscious, Michael, or am I?
Yeah, you're conscious. Conscious, no HP detriment. Similar happened. You were there when the ship was run aground and was split.
I may need to roll some hit points, I suspect. As it happened.
That's the thing.
Reroll that.
Yep, we rerolls ones and twos because we. Oh no, we don't reroll ones and twos. Do we reroll ones and twos?
We still reroll ones and twos.
That's good then.
Thank you. These are some good rolls so far.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, spoke too soon.
Oh yeah, come hurtling back to earth after that. The giddy heights of a 10.
rise before the fall. You see Padrichor leaning on the rock, and he says, "Hello there, Madclaw, wasn't it?"
I am he. I am Madclaw.
Well, I must say, I thought you'd be the first among the dead. To be honest, didn't think you could swim, Madclaw.
It's like running sideways.
Indeed. Padrichor leaps to his feet and runs sideways a little to test out the theory. Not sure I totally agree, Madclaw. But each to their own, I suppose. Have you seen anything of interest on the isle yet? Perhaps from your perch aboard the ship?
The dead walk, they lurk in the waters.
Padrichor jolts from his sort of lackadaisical stance. Says, well, perhaps we should get off the beach then, hey?
Do we see like a evident route to this tower?
Yes, so you're in the shallows, and there is at the bottom of this cliff a small, essentially stony beach, and the only thing that would, by the looks of it, the Pearl Tower itself seems to be a part of the cliff, or at least that's how it was made. Unless you plan to scale the outside of the tower, scale the cliffs, or swim a long way, the tower's really the only option you've got in terms of any logical safety in progression. But yeah, just to remind you as well, it is incredibly cold. The Timberway is a brutally cold area, known to be winter for most of its seasons.
If we don't want icicles hanging off our knackers, we best get moving, Padrichor.
Well, I always make sure to ensure my knackers are well insulated, Madclaw, perhaps. You should do the same. And he walks up.
He looks down to see what clothing remains of him and notes that it's probably less than when he started, perhaps.
Nice.
That 3 points of non-lethal damage has taken his pants off. There you
go. You trudge then out of the water, and it really doesn't take long to reach this this huge tower that scales the entire cliffside. And from the outside, all you can really see is, well, a single door built dark-coloured wood and set into a stone archway. No windows or other apertures afford a view of what lies beyond it. The wood is reinforced with thick, metal-riveted straps, and its hinges are cunningly concealed from view. Deep scratches mar the wood and metal, but the door otherwise looks undamaged.
It'll be best to listen. When the dead struck, I heard them scuttling about like the rats that they were. Let us hear if we can hear scuttling beyond.
Couldn't agree more. My hearing is impeccable.
Let's do a listen check, eh? Is that all right, Mike?
Absolutely.
Hubris coming through.
Oh, 11. Continuing my...
That's okay.
Sorry about that. Thank you. Oh my god. 17 on the listen check. Apologies.
Well, you both listen through this thick wooden door. You can't hear anything beyond. That doesn't sound like there's anything. In fact, it sounds completely dead.
Good choice.
There's more dead beyond.
Yes, I heard some dead too.
Yes.
Well, we should be about our guards. Stand back 1 second, he says, and then, with a crackle and a hum, he ignites his mind blade.
Madclaw, like, is illuminated from the emergence of this power, and he shrinks back like, ha!
Don't fret.
No, he won't move a square,
It
but
won't
like
harm you.
he's kind of recoils from it a little bit. He's just enamored by it. He can't believe it.
Well, shall we try the door?
Let's kick down this bleeding door. Ah, it's locked. I'm not very strong, actually. He's got a wiry orc than a strength orc. He's quite wiry and dexterous, so he
Okay, you've got a couple of options here. You can either chip away at the door, or you can attempt a straight up strength check to barge and knock it down.
Does the door look rotten, or is it quite sturdy? Like,
It looks sturdy, I'll tell you now. It's reinforced. It is a wooden door, but it's reinforced. I would need a strength DC of 24. And that's...
Can't make that.
I can't even roll that unless... Yeah, I can't even roll that, I don't think.
However, you can attempt a couple of attacks to see if you could chip away at said door.
Perhaps there's another way in. I might nip round this corner and just see.
Yes, let's
Might be a back
investigate.
door, you never know.
There might be other filth to slay.
There is a window here, Madclaw.
You can see there is a tiny aperture that points into a room. You said you were quite wiry, so I don't imagine the two of you would struggle. Your full plate friend may have struggled. And I'm guessing you're wearing light armor or medium?
Light.
Yeah, so you're an elf. If you could get through that, if you open the window.
Is the window like shutters or is it?
It looks reinforced, like there are shutters over it, but it looks that the actual window itself is being
So there's
shuttered.
glass in it, is what I mean. Is like
Yes.
there's actual glass in it? Okay. Madclaw is just gonna like rattle at the window to see if it opens, and I will give it a click.
Wouldn't be as difficult to try and break this one open if you wanted to give a shot. Strength DC 13.
Madclaw will rear up and run at the window, and rolls a 4, which gives a total of 6.
You see, actually, remember how I walked into the wall at Showcase Cinema, Rob?
No, you didn't. You walked through the door, Michael. Don't you remember? The perfectly shut. There was okay, very quick story. Going to Showcase Cinema, there's the big door, right? Big door to go into Screen 5, whatever it is. Low lighting, but like atmospheric lighting. So it's dark in a lot of areas, but you have like glinting lights. To be fair to you, Mike, a perfectly reflective black surface that could appear to be the darkness of an open corridor was actually a solid wall that Mike just walked straight into.
Yes, yeah.
So not quite that surface, but still.
The impact, and as the wall kind of and the window buckles against your collision, as it doesn't budge.
Perhaps I should have a go. And Padrichor
Be
will
my guest.
attempt.
So we're both just stood there rattling at the window, and it is it's stalwart
God.
against our attempts.
That it is.
Valiant window.
Oh.
Madclaw is gonna look at you and say, "Should we keep going round?"
There are some more windows that I saw just round the corner there.
Let's try the other one.
Here we go.
They round the corner.
Are these windows of a similar size?
Yeah, they're. You could, crawl and make your way through them.
I want to batter it down, Michael.
I'm gonna try and open it. It's locked.
It's bleeding locked.
You can always
locked, Padrichor.
You can always just attack the window rather than trying to, punch it through.
16.
What is it like, Madclaw, as the window gives way to you and swings open?
Madclaw has. I've described it when he did battle. For the short time he did do battle, he rolls around on the floor quite a lot. His combat looks like ritualistic dancing, akin to break dancing. So what he does is, to open this window, he throws himself onto the palms of his hands, and then pushes, so his feet then launch forward towards the window, and with an almighty
kick style.
Yeah, and an almighty crack, the frame of the thing just comes straight through as he basically breaks his way in.
You do, yeah. The window just off its hinge as you're able to let yourself in.
There's a bleeding cage in here.
No, I think you'll find that's a bed frame. Man.
Sorry, my eyes. I've been in bright sunlight. That's a stat reference there. As a joke.
That it is.
That's what you come to expect here on Roll the Bones. Please continue.
Yes, that is very much a broken bed frame.
Nothing to be scared of there.
I suppose you could argue a bed could be a cage, metaphorically speaking.
Didn't know you knew what a
He doesn't
metaphor
say
was,
that.
man.
I retract that. He does not say that. Madclaw would never say that in a million years. He'll sniff and listen at the door.
Yes, I'll join you. As my hearing is impeccable. Impeccable. 17.
You don't hear anything.
Is that the bleeding door locked too?
Nope.
Madclaw is going to attempt to move. Never mind.
Silently.
Yep.
Yeah, let's move quietly.
The damp, musty smell of a house long abandoned mingles with the tang of the salt air. Thick piles of rotting clothes sit in corners of the cold stone halls, and the floor is covered with dried sand marred by strange drag marks. Broken bits of furniture are scattered across the floor and piled in corners, and a few old torches and rusty lanterns are mounted in wall sconces. The ragged remains of tapestries hang here and there on the walls, and plaster flakes from the ceiling.
What do the drag marks? Are they quite broad? And does it give a clue to what shape what the thing was that was dragged, or?
You can give me a survival check.
I I have a -1 in survival, so that's good. Don't want to make things too easy now, do we?
Mm-hmm.
That would be boring.
5.
That's a 1 because I rolled a 2.
There are drag marks. You don't know any more than that, I'm afraid.
Could they be? Let's stay stealthy. I don't want to find anything that knows we're here. I want to have the element of surprise.
Yes, let's be subtle, shall we?
So, I'll make her move silently check if that's okay then, Mike, so our movements are considered around this place, if that's alright.
Yep.
Now, move silently, however, is something that Madclaw is very good at, and there is a reason why he likes to have the element of surprise, although he still only rolls a 4, but that gives him a 15 on his move silently.
29 from Padrichor.
Sure, I'll let you down.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Padrichor, you
Padrichor
are
dances
floating.
over the rocks. The rocks? The stone slabs of the floor. Barely making a dent in the dust and muck.
Well, I will bear that in mind.
Oh, well, I'm going to do another roll, I'm sure it is.
Not for the moment.
Shall we see what's in these rooms?
Madclaw goes to open this door here and peers inside. Another cage. Bed.
Hinge.
Hinge.
Yes, another bed. Another broken bed.
Madclaw goes to look in this room.
And yes, it looks like you could almost say the main area you're in is sort of like a great hall. And these appear to be bedrooms assigned in some regards to previous denizens. Can you both make a spot check, please?
Spot, certainly.
That's better. That's 20. Dirty 20.
I had to roll as well there. You don't see anything.
Interesting. Where don't we see it?
Yeah, whereabouts and what shape do we not see anything? What's the shape around everything we can see?
So just to clarify, well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, can't.
No, that's. We're just being silly, don't worry.
Yeah, being very silly. Sorry.
I'll take a quick peek through there.
Oh yeah, as we pass by, definitely have a little look down there.
You scared me there, Rob. You moved from one side of the room to the other, and I thought that was Mike unveiling a
beast of some kind.
an imposter.
Bear with me. Pause.
Do you want me to go back one?
Yes, please.
To there?
Yep. Dom, you can be 1, and Rob, you can be 2.
Gosh.
1. Padrichor.
Great.
What is your flat-footed armor class?
My flat-footed armor class is 15.
15. Okay. Oh, you feel something just drop on top of you as from high above you had been hiding with camouflage. A creature drops and almost like a tentacle slams you from the ceiling as a weird snake-like creature with several arms for a head, like this apparition of a snake creature, lands, slamming a tentacle into you, dealing
A tentacled snake creature. What the fuck?
5 points of damage, and I need you to roll initiative.
Oh my god, I'm scared. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
That's nice.
19 on the
19,
initiative.
18, and 10. So, MC.
Looks
P.
very worrying when you zoom in on it. It's got a
Yeah.
beak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe, okay, maybe I might.
It's like a cross between a snake and a octopus.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a feeling what it might be, tell me
No.
later.
I'm not going to say now. No.
Let's go. Oh, it's a classic. This creature slams down, coshing you over the head, Padrichor, sorry. I was going to say Petrichor there.
Yeah, I wonder what word inspired the name Padrichor.
Yes. And this creature is just now slithering in front of you, but Madclaw, you immediately snarl.
Does that count as a surprise round?
That was the surprise round, was his attack, so we're now in.
I'm only asking because I want to know if it's flat-footed. I guess it's not if it initiated.
It isn't, because it initiated.
Okay, well, in that case, he's still got to do his best to strike the thing, so Madclaw will kick off the remains of that wooden, that table that he's standing next to make him move with a free 5-foot step to the beast there, hoping to close that side of the available flank, and will then spin on the spot, and with an inverted grip goes to drive his piercing weapon at the creature for a natural 20.
Please confirm it.
$25 to confirm.
That is a wonderful critical. Roll me a D100, please.
Okay, I will roll a D100. It literally... Well, we'll obviously find out what he does when we roll this. 34.
Oh, critical multiplier +1.
Can you remind me? I don't know why the hell I didn't write it down. It's a rapier, though for flavour I'm calling it a different, like a whatever weapon it is, I don't know. But
×2 normally, so ×3.
okay. So that's... you leave the bonus that where it is for a I've completely blanked on that. We don't multiply the strength behind it as well, do you?
No, you do multiply the best. So the normal damage, so the weapon plus strength, you multiply. What you don't multiply is things like sneak attack or like a fire effect. Or
okay, yeah. So that's going to be 3d6 plus 12.
Ooh.
25 points of piercing damage.
Taking the creature to -14, care to describe how you instantly kill the Grick?
Oh, of course, a Grick. Yeah, okay, amazing. He watched it come down and it lands on Padrichor. Padrichor like hurls it off out of instinct, and as the creature hits the wall, Madclaw is rolled across the ground, leapt at the creature, and basically just drives a stabbing strike down into the creature with the full weight of his shoulder. The critical basically drives it through whatever mouth it has, basically, straight into whatever membrane controls his actions, and it is slain.
Wonderful. And the Grick lies as quick as it fell to the ground. It immediately falls further as it lies defeated.
Like he begins doing like a hacker, like a war dance, like in front of the fallen creature. He will like run his fingers through its blood and wipe it across the top of his head.
Curiously,
the Grick's blood is acid. Please.
No, what is your weapon? It's just a normal weapon.
Masterwork rapier.
So technically, I apologise, I took you to -4 because it has a ludicrous amount of damage reduction, which was irrelevant because you bypassed that and then some.
Oh, what you say? You're saying the piercing effect?
No, you did so much damage that the damage reduction was irrelevant.
Okay, cool. Wow.
It had, I will tell you, damage reduction 10 against anything that wasn't magic. So I thought that fight was going to go on for quite a while, even with its low amount of HP. But you...
I'm happy with that. Good old Madclaw, I knew he could do it.
And yeah, the Grick, right through its beak-like mouth, this aberration lies defeated.
Madclaw, not wanting to waste any materials, will see if he can check the creature for anything. This is his primal instinct, and not that he's actually any good at it. So, does a 17 on survival? Does he get anything off the creature?
Yes, actually, but you'd have to spend a bit of time crafting this. The Grick's hide will give you, if you were to fashion it into some form of like clothing, like a cape or some form of shawl, it would give you a bonus to hiding in rocky areas.
Oh wow, yeah, Grick hide. I will take that then.
Make a note, because a Grick gets a racial bonus of +8 to hide in rocky areas. So if you can spend some time fashioning the Grick skin into like a cloak or some form of like cape or something, or even if you can justify it, just some form of clothing, it would give you a bonus to hide in rocky areas.
It is no wonder it could evade even your elvish eye.
I think as you kill the thing, Padrichor will have said, "Oh, good job!" And then just as he's like about to give you like some further compliments, you like leap on it and start tearing it apart. And he's like, "Oh!" And then, indeed, let's keep an eye out for more of them, I suppose.
It was a mercy I did it.
Indeed.
Lest it be slain by what power you wield, elf.
Padrichor will spin his blade. Indeed. Merciful.
Let us try that. Let's try that door.
Indeed. Pow. Another cage?
Many prisoners lay here.
That's one way to call it.
I feel like this might be another one.
Mm-hmm.
This is a dungeon of many roots,
Oh.
I see.
Another one.
Oh, yes. You find 6 bedrooms, all abandoned and old, and yeah.
Seems the residents of this place have long abandoned it.
What would their duty have been? To maintain the light?
That would be a guess. Still, we have but a single direction to go. Come, Madclaw.
Madclaw is going to drop into a stealthy stance and is going to once again move silently. Hopefully, a bit better now. Even worse. He believes himself to be a spectre, but really just trudges around the corner.
It's maybe the bloodlust and the excitement of killing is pulling his focus.
I mean, 10's an average check, really. But, you know,
Oh, well, yeah,
he
absolutely.
rolled a 2. You know, what's he going to do?
Do you want to give me an intelligence roll?
Oh.
Feel free to add your level onto this as well. It's just an observation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm quite intelligent. Well, Madclaw is not.
Oh, 21 with the level on.
9.
I mean, it comes to you, Madclaw, but in bits and pieces. Padrichor, the infrastructure. If you were ever to establish a base of some sort, the infrastructure is here and would be relatively easy to reinstate this as either a base for yourself or to bring other people in. There's a means here for partially for yourself, or maybe as a business venture, but the means to convert this from an abandoned tower to a live-in tower would be very easy to manage.
This would make a prime lair.
Or indeed a temple of study, of contemplation, and meditation, perhaps.
Who's that?
Sorry?
Who's that?
Who's...
Meditation.
Oh, an old master of mine. Foolish man. Let's not speak of him.
Oh,
I'm going to try this door. It's open.
Excellent.
There
And
are
within
stairs down.
staircase.
yes, there is a flight of stairs leading up.
Sorry, they go up. Do you want me to go first?
Why not?
Madclaw lopes up the stairs.
And I'm just going to shift you. To the right.
To the right, to the right, to the right.
Where you have climbed up one level. You see there is a door here that opens into you don't know what. And also the stairs continue on up.
Floor by floor, Padrichor.
Yes, let's not be surprised from below.
I'm going to
Also,
hide.
good rhyming.
Thank you. I'm going to hide here, I reckon. And then slyly peek through the door.
Seems like an excellent plan to me.
Let us see.
I can't roll any higher than that unless it's... Oh god,
15
rolling.
for Pad.
Yeah.
So I'll keep that there.
He wanted to try and just hide and open the door so you wouldn't see who was opening the door, but that's probably not going to work with that
It's
roll.
just see what happens.
He opens the door, and it's
You
probably
open the door.
like that. To be fair,
And you see, a large wooden open area. The air on this floor is stale and heavy with the scent of rot. The ocean's roar can be heard in the distance, but no other sound is audible. The stone walls, ceiling, and floor were once covered in plasterwork and burnished wood, but the surfaces have long since fading and begun to peel.
is there a ceiling above us?
Yes.
Is there any gricks in it?
Give me a search check.
Search is actually good.
Another 15.
15.
You're both pretty sure there are no gricks here.
Madclaw is gonna just keep walking.
Left, right, or straight on, Madclaw.
You know secrets. You choose.
Why not this way? Kapow.
You open and find another room where the floor is battered, peeling, coming up.
Mysterious. They seem to have emptied this floor completely compared to downstairs.
There's nothing here.
Left?
Yeah.
Well, they've left. Nothing behind.
Misers. Not any shiny coin. Nor weapon, nor jewel. Not even a scrap of rations or a bottle of
That's
grog.
Let's try this one.
This is getting bleeding stupid.
Yes, you find another empty room.
It's all empty, Padrichor. Not a speck in sight.
When you look out the windows, what can you see?
Being essentially a floor up, you can see now quite well, actually, the devastation of the crashed ships. You can see quite far and quite easily just how many have been wrecked upon the coral reef. You can see the Swift Lyric, or what's left of it. You can see quite a few other ships as well. You can also make out like empty crates and barrels just floating around. Oddly, you've got quite a good vantage here to see what's happening.
Well, much to see, but nothing to view. Padrichor says, trying to be clever. And failing.
Let's go this way. Let's listen at this door, just in case. We don't want to be... What's the word?
Surprised?
Stupid.
Or stupid, yes.
I'm gonna listen at the door. For a 24.
Whoa.
And a 23. Let me just...
If it was nothing, I think we'd know by now.
Yes. Well, that's... you can hear some shuffling, both of you, from behind. It sounds almost like the person or the thing shuffling is trying to not be heard.
It's a sneaky shuffler inside.
Well, we'll see who'll do the sneaky shuffling, won't
Do we blast our way in, or do we sneak sly-like?
Do you gain any benefit from sneaking up on your opponents, or is it best to go in a whirlwind of damage and attacks?
That's actually a really good point. For some reason, I've been trying to catch people flat-footed, but I don't think if I catch someone flat-footed, do I get my strike? I don't think I do actually. So I don't know why I've been leaning towards that. What's it called again? It's called Insightful Strike. So I get an Insightful Strike, I believe, when
Anytime you're attacking with a finesse weapon, but it doesn't work on someone or something immune to sneak or critical hits.
That's what
However,
yeah.
it doesn't mean that it has to be a sneak attack. It applies any time. It just doesn't work against undead.
I understand, yeah. Which actually meant that he would have done an extra 2 damage against the Grick. So never mind.
Yeah.
He will just say... He'll look Padrichor up and down. Like, he is obviously familiar with this guy, but he's obviously given him a wide berth due to his unseemly ways, according to Madclaw. He's just he's a bit disturbed by your abilities. Do you look like a powerhouse? Do you look like you've got like a bit about you? Basically, are you like a frontline fighter type? Do you have health?
I don't have a lot of health, but can do a little bit of damage.
So I think we're probably quite similar in that way, aren't we? We're both a little bit specialist.
A little bit glass cannons,
basically, aren't we? He'll shrug and he'll just say he thinks that we can't hear it. I say we use the element of surprise and just smash through the door. Hopefully it's not locked.
Sounds good to me. I also have some skill from a distance, so perhaps I can immediately strike from here.
Then how about I throw open this door and you ready to throw? Do whatever you do.
Sounds good, and then you roll in and do your thing.
Yes. I'll count. 1, 2, 3, and Madclaw's gonna seize the door and hurl it open. Oh, it's locked!
Want to make well, it is locked, but you can attempt to break it.
Yeah, he's just gonna throw his shoulder at it in an attempt to break it. 10.
You bounce off the this wooden door.
Shit. I'll give it a kick as well, seeing that you haven't got it down, as we have lost all of our surprise anyway. Just
It
strength,
might not
isn't it?
know that we know it's inside, so there's that.
There's always that.
We know something's in there, so we're not getting another
With an
10.
exact.
Dun.
Oh god.
Just the futility. We can't get through any of these doors, and when we do, they're empty. The one room we found with something in it. We can't go in. Madclaw's gonna just savage at the door. He's just gonna, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna go again. You've not asked to roll initiative, so
Are you attacking the door or trying to break the door?
I don't think a piercing weapon is gonna do much good against the door. Funny enough, I don't know.
No.
He's just gonna ram his shoulder again. For even weaker, it's more frustration. He just runs at the door and just like paws against it, like.
Please.
Yeah.
19.
Oh, it would be beautiful. The DC to break it is 23.
Oh, Michael, you could have told us this looking at us.
Yeah.
I was
Wasting our
enjoying
time.
this.
We're never getting through it.
Padrichor will ignite his mind blade. We'll see about that.
Does it have any bonuses?
Well, I will use. So it is magic,
Cool.
and I will use a move action to. Oh no, I can't actually. That won't work against an inanimate fucking object.
You're an fucking object.
So I'll just fucking hit it.
What form is it taken?
It can only take a short sword at this stage. 23 to hit.
Yeah, just roll up your damage.
I'm gonna say if a mind blade, come on.
3.
You know what's frustrating is it doesn't even bypass the hardness of the door. It's, if anything, it just kind of ricochets off the wood slightly.
I'm right. I just can feel it. This is going to be the most annoying place. I can just tell. Madclaw is going to heft his buckler, and it's just going to go. And it's just going to batter at the door with a buckler. I don't know. That's an improvised weapon, so I don't know what you want to do with that.
I'll allow you both to do a combined strength roll.
Okay.
And we'll add the results of your roll together.
Heave! Ready, Dom?
Very kind and feels necessary. Ready.
3, 2, 1, heave!
Heave. Could have done it by yourself.
The two of you...
I couldn't have done it by myself. That's 22. I thought you said it was 23,
yeah,
the DC.
Somehow the inside doors are as strong as the exterior.
You catapult through the door as the two of you run right through, and you see in front of you there's a lone wooden chair. And you also see an archway in the wall as well, leading into another room.
Madclaw goes into a low stoop. Baring his teeth.
Yeah, Padrichor will keep his blade ignited and charge it. It thrums with a little extra power as little snaps of lightning bolt at it.
Can you give me a listen check? You hear what sounds like a cat meowing in the room next to you.
Oh, it would be a cat with you, wouldn't it?
Sorry, it sounds like a dog. Oh.
Madclaw is gonna heft a blade, a knife that is on his side, and he's gonna throw it at the chair.
Okay.
Which is my same as my normal attack because it's I use weapon finesse, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, minus my bonuses for the rapier, so that is in fact okay. So plus 10.
It easily hits as it lands in the chair.
Padrichor has taken a step forward and looks slightly through the archway, and he says, "Heads up, Madclaw. Something's amiss here." As he sees the pieces of body in the other room.
Meow.
Madclaw looks around, pleased with himself that he's thrown a knife into a wooden chair. He will look and go, more dead. But there's a sound of some animal or other.
Could you both make another listen check?
"19.
16.
You hear the sound of this this animal mewing, but you also hear beneath that the sound of something moving behind you. But stick at the top of that.
Padrichor will spin around. Who's there?
Madclaw takes a 5-foot step to put his back against the wall.
Good plan. Show yourself.
There is a voice. Albert, where would be the fun in that?
Can I throw my blade in the direction of the voice?
You can, but it's somewhere in front of you. You couldn't because of the. You have a 50% mischance against this.
Do you want me to roll that first or second?
First. So low is a miss, high is a hit.
I'm rolling a d2, so 1 is a miss, 2 is a hit.
Cool.
1 is a miss.
It lands in the wall. Oh, that's not very nice.
Show yourself.
Why don't you play with the little cat?
Padrichor will once again ignite his mind blade.
Could you make another listen check, please?
"21.
13.
Madclaw, you hear the sound of movement scuffling underneath the sound of a cat.
Such a weird way to describe shuffling underneath the sound of a cat. It's so weird. What direction, sorry? In the way we've not come?
It sounds like he's getting closer towards you, Madclaw.
Does it feel like... Because, come on, 21. Is it in the room with us?
Oh, yes.
Madclaw is just gonna just swing wildly in front of him with his weapon. Just strike the square in front of him.
You make a 50-50 mischance.
I can do my best. 1d2, so 1 is a miss, 2 is a hit.
2 is a hit.
Yep. He swings wildly, hitting nothing but air.
At that moment, what is your touch armor class, Madclaw?
15.
Oops! A voice comes out as it touches you, and as this touch lingers on you, there is almost like a hot breath, and you see appearing a green old woman hag.
Oh my god, we're dead.
As she touches you, I need you to make a fortitude save, please. DC 16.
Well, it's a good thing I do fortitude saves for dinner. With a 8.
Oh!
You're dead.
Yep.
You take 5 strength damage.
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay, that's not so bad, actually.
And with that, with the hag appearing, I need you to roll initiative.
That could have been worse.
15.
22.
He's so fast.
22, 15, and 9. Oh dear. And immediately, Madclaw, as you feel some strength sapping from you, as this hag has just touched you there, you are immediately able to act back. What are you going to do?
Madclaw feels the strength leave him, and he feels himself staggering backwards, and his back just slams into the wall behind him, and then he just hits with his elbows to propel him towards the hag. The vicious point of his blade outstretched. He'll go to make a strike with it. 20 to hit.
20 is a miss, I'm afraid.
Oh dear. That's a problem. He's struck, and then he is going to... Does she get an attack of opportunity if she hasn't gone yet in initiative? I don't think she does she? You have to...
She doesn't.
Yeah, so I'm going to make use of that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25...
You can also tumble.
Either way, she can't do an attack of opportunity, so it doesn't matter. 1, 2... No, I'm not going to go the way we haven't come. Leader out into the open, I'm going to say. Do you go before her, Padrichor?
I do.
Okay, that's fine. You could do the same as me, if you want. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25... He's going to take cover round the corner. But for the sake of viewers watching, I'm going to put my figure back there, because otherwise you can't see the screen. So I'm actually on the other side of that wall, around the corner. That's my turn.
Excellent stuff. As Madclaw gets some distance. Padrichor.
Padrichor will immediately, upon seeing this hag, launch his mind blade through the air once more in her direction, with a bad miss, and follows Madclaw out the door, and I'm also going to nominate her as my target for dodge. So I get +1 to AC because I took that. Shit.
Nice. Excellent stuff there. Unfortunate for the just get rid of that cross. There we go. For the miss, but you're ready to evade the hag. It's her go. Oh dear, where have you gone? As she gets to the door, and she's not too concerned. She will step out there so you don't get any cover bonus from hiding behind the door. And as she steps through, eeny, meeny, miny, you, as odds Dom, even Rob, she's got her eyes set on Madclaw. She steps through and she just comes in to slash at you. What's your normal armor class?
My normal armor class is 19.
19.
Let's see it.
Oh!
I shouldn't have said anything, should I? 27 to hit. We're dead.
This claw just cuts right through you, dealing 5 points of damage. Oh, what's wrong, green skin? And with that, Madclaw. She can talk. She's green as well.
Oh, you stole my line. That's exactly what he was going to say. You can bleeding talk, witch. And he'll jump, kick off the wall in a dexterous display of his swashbuckling skill, driving an inverted grip down at her with his rapier once again, with a +2 because of the flanking bonus. So that is going to be 14 on there now. That is 23 to hit.
No. Just kidding. That is a hit.
Don't show it in my class.
Shit.
Our viewers were going to have a nice view of the garden. So that is 1d6. Is she immune to Insightful Strike?
No.
So that's 1d6 plus 6. 10 points of piercing damage as that inverted strike is driven into her as he lands next to her and takes a defensive stance once again.
Oh, you ungrateful shit!
Ungrateful?
You ungrateful shit.
As you stab into the green hag, Padrichor.
So do we gain +2 from...
You do, yes.
Because I couldn't flank as my previous character. I got so out of practice playing a knight that, with all those attacks. Here we go. Fuck's sake.
That's possibly a fumble. Can you confirm it?
Don't want to. 28.
That is just a miss.
Carry on.
The hag. Actually, you didn't hit her there, so she takes a step here. Still, she's kind of sidestepping towards you, Madclaw. She takes a 5-foot step there. Is that all you got?
Come on, then.
But she's bleeding profusely from her chest.
Come on, then.
So 19, yeah?
19 to hit.
First claw is a hit. Second claw is just a hit as she lashes out at you, dealing 12 points of damage. Take that, you fucking piece of filth! She ratchets across you.
Oh my god.
She mad.
She is. Yes, as she does that, Madclaw.
I'm loath to say it, but she gains 2 HP because my strength damage wasn't taken into account of my damage roll on there, so she wouldn't have taken 10 points, she would have taken 8 points from me.
Thank you for your honesty.
Madclaw, his vision swims from that strike, to be honest with you. He has blood running from him, but he is determined and is going to do his best to get the flank bonus once again. So he's just going to move to here to get it. As this hag decides that she wants to dance, Madclaw is more than willing to oblige. He throws himself across the room, rolling, and then hurls himself with his full body weight back at the hag for 25 to hit.
Is a hit.
For fuck's sake, why can't I roll above a 15? That'd be really handy right now. I know I hit, but I want to crit. That's my meat and potatoes. So that is 1d6 plus 4. 6 points of piercing damage.
Is that with your minus?
That is with the minus included now, yeah.
Cool.
But he'll hold his ground, wanting to give the soul knife the same benefit that he received there. So he will remain. That's his turn.
Very kind.
Very nice. Padrichor.
Yeah, Padrichor will once again attempt to and miss, swinging the blade wildly with very little care. Just sort of waving it around, basically.
It's an amazing weapon that just isn't hitting. Oh my god.
I love the sound effect. Yes.
You know when you'd go into Wilco or Wilbus or something, and there were fake lightsabers. They're like light weapons.
Exactly.
Like that. That's the noise that it makes. It glows rainbow colours and everything.
Yeah.
It's not just the one colour. It's like a band of different colours.
When it hits something, it changes colour.
Yeah, we've all seen them. That's what it is.
Oh, brilliant.
It'd be really nice if these like cool characters that I imagine in my head would actually
be cooperate and be cool. Yeah, that'd be
Absolutely.
Never mind.
Any moving or?
No.
Cool. The hag looks at you, Madclaw, and then looks down at the wounds you've given her. She goes, "Oh, to the hells with this!" And she, if I can open the right thing, she seems to just vanish on the spot. Like to make a listen check.
20.
Oh!
Nice.
21.
9.
You don't hear any movement as the hag just vanishes. Madclaw.
Madclaw is going to rely on the instincts that he had previously, and he's going to use his movement to throw himself into the corner. And for reference, Michael, he moves from this square to this square to this square.
Thank you.
Just in case I accidentally ran through the same square as the creature. So Madclaw throws his weight into the corner, and for fun, he's just going to swing his blade into this square here.
I can tell you now, you don't need to roll a mischance.
Yeah, that's fine. He just swings and snarls at thin air.
Do you remember, was it in COD, when we'd do the flashbang and you just see someone walking past the door go...
Yeah, just like throwing their melee ability around in a bid to defend themselves whilst blind, yes.
Yes. There's, a cut into the air, but nothing.
Where is the bitch?
Is it my go?
It is.
I'll also take a step into a corner, and I will prepare an action to throw the Mind Blade should she reappear.
Excellent. You want to do
I mean, yeah.
I mean, she hasn't changed what she's doing. She, there is movement, and then in the distance, you just see the door slam shut. Dunk.
Which door?
Right at the south where you came in.
How fast can she move? Oh my god! Well, it's not actually that far in squares, is it? Fair enough. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Yeah, fair enough. Full movement.
Well, that went well.
By all accounts, after a few moments of waiting and the moments extend a bit longer, that's it. She seems to have gone.
She bleeding cut me open. I can see my blood.
We could try and cauterize the wound, Madclaw.
And his eyes grow wide at the thought of your blade doing the cauterizing.
Just joking. It's quite cool, actually.
He's just gonna like wipe his blood across his hand and then like face palm himself to give himself a black version of the hand of Saruman. And we'll go like enraged that some creature has put his hands on him and still lives. He's not very happy, and he says, "Oh, I've got something for this. Did you get hit?"
No, she seemed very focused on you.
Yeah, well, I'll focus on her if I see her again. The old bint. He uncorks a potion bottle, and he's gonna take a cure moderate wounds potion.
Nice.
From our starting equipment. 2d10, not 2d10, sorry, 2d8 plus 10.
Yes.
Okay, could have been far better, but never mind. A fair amount of his wounds disappear, though he seems withered from the strength attack.
Well, what now?
Well, we should check the room, I suppose. Make sure she didn't leave anything behind.
Yeah, let's have a look. He'll limp inside.
Yes, you head on in.
Oops. Do you mind pinging us there again? Sorry, I completely lost us.
There you go. You got that?
No, it didn't appear to work for me, but never mind. I think I've got it. I've got it.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
Yes, you enter into what looks almost like a horde. Aside from the single chair, in where you are, you see there's a rope cot. That would be where she would be sleeping. There seems to be a chest in the corner, and there's a few rotting limbs to hand as well.
I'm gonna hack up the rope, the bed out of spite.
Okay. You attack the rope cot, and it collapses to the floor, destroyed.
Sleep well, hag.
Yes.
Is there anything of value?
Well, there's the chest. But apart from the chest, I mean, unless you like carrying around human limbs,
You know what? I
not
don't.
really.
The chest. What are the odds it's trapped? Can we search it? I suppose if it's a low-level trap, we might be able to find it. If it's high, it's unlikely.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
I've got quite a good search, so
Yeah. Do you want to? I suppose we could both.
yeah, I'm happy to give it a go. 27. Where are those rolls?
Oh, wait, bother. I'm not going to beat that.
Where are those rolls when we're being fucking murdered?
You can't spot any traps at all on this.
Well, I'll open it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And take a look inside.
You open the chest. The chest is unlocked, and there is no trap. Inside, you find a lot of coin, actually. You find a whole bunch of gold, silver, and copper. And just to combine the silver and the copper into gold, you find a total of 636 gold pieces.
Gosh. 321 each?
Yes.
Is that right? Or did I mishear
I don't
you?
know.
Or...
I'm
636, so
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. My brain's not working.
318.
That's the one.
So don't look at me.
There's also 10 malachites.
What's a malachite?
It's like a green gem.
Oh.
Do any of you have ranks in appraise?
No.
No. Sorry. No, I don't. No.
Then just give me a straight up roll and just see if you can get a rough idea for how much they're worth. Otherwise, it's just 10 malachites.
It's intelligence, isn't it? Which I do have a +2 to, so 12.
Yeah, that's enough.
20.
Oh, but 20. You know exactly the market price of a malachite gem, and it's 10 gold pieces.
Ooh.
So you've got 100 gold worth of malachite. I think it's green.
Malachite, yeah.
Yeah. And lastly, actually on top of all the coins, there's some gold vestment. It's worth, well, I'm not going to force you to do another appraise roll. We'll take the same roll. There's about 60 gold worth of gold vestment here, of clothing with gold weaved through it and stitched through the clothing. Useless in battle, but it looks very nice. It is most certainly what nobles would have worn, not the kind that would be living around here.
Well, we'll take that.
Some rich lord come to a sticky end in the tower. Is there any blood on the clothing?
Glance at the corpses.
It doesn't look. If there was, it looks like it may have been cleaned off, but there's no blood that you can see.
What does the dead body on the floor look like, other than being in half? Right.
Human, male, somewhat bloated. Looks like it. The bloated as if it's been in water for a while.
Any rings on the fingers? Any signets or identifiers?
Any rings and clothes. This is just plain flesh. No other adornments on it. Apart from being lacking in blood and looking like it had been left in water for a bit too long, there's no other indication as to who or when.
Let's move. We've lingered here for too long with that creepy woman around.
Indeed. Let's not push our luck.
What luck? We've had none from the very beginning. Let's go up the flight of stairs.
You head up the flight of stairs.
But let's move silently.
Yes, let's.
Let's not take any chances. Stupid crone.
22.
$15.
15 again. Nice. As the two of you head up the stairs. What is this? That's not weird. Why are they there? Oh. Now I need to move you without... if I just do this. Yes. Look at that. The stairs are long and winding. Long and winding. You keep going up the stairs. There we go. Bottom left.
Yes, I see it. There's a ladder.
You find the stairs come up to another door, but the stairs at this point now stop. And instead of another flight of stairs continue, you see a ladder leading up to a hatch.
Floor by floor, Padrichor. He repeats.
Floor by floor. Madclaw.
I'm going to hide in the dark while I open the door.
Yes, let's hide.
Just bleeding. Look at my character sheet without it closing. 28.
Ho ho ho! Couple of 28s.
Double 28s.
Double 28. Lovely. Well, if you want to open the door and I'll bear that into account.
A little peer inside.
Can't see anything.
A long corridor.
A long corridor indeed.
Very long.
Enough
Very
of this.
corridor.
Yeah, as you move through, the air on this floor is redolent with the odours of fur, old meat, and waste. Filth has been pushed aside into every corner and unused hall. Madclaw, you push forward into what looks like an empty trophy room, except all the cases and shelves have been smashed and gutted. The pedestals where there once may have been something standing have been removed.
It's a lot of doors. What are these squares?
The squares,
Flints.
yeah, they look like plinths that something may have been mounted on or put on display. In fact, this whole room looks like a shattered former display room. Display cases are smashed.
Shall we get opening doors?
Let's begin opening it. Wait, what are those on the floor?
They're plinths. Look as if something was placed on them and then taken away. The whole place seems like a... whatever Mike just said.
Let's try and open the door.
You enter into what looks like a big cage.
A big cage. A double cage.
A double cage.
There was a rope cage earlier.
Yes.
Bleeding empty. If there's another old woman in the last place we look.
I'm gonna flip out.
You enter into what looks like a makeshift chapel. You see some old pews and a disregarded altar at the back.
Let's search that altar. They usually hold tricks and treasures.
See who they were worshipping.
Yeah.
Potentially.
$14 on the search check.
I forgot to look at mine. 12.
I wouldn't need you to check for iconography. You see one that looks like a cudgel, which you recognise the symbol for Saint Cuthbert.
Hey.
Law and justice.
What's that outside?
Looking out the window, you can see the cliffside that seems to flush up onto where you are.
It looked like a branch for a second. Walked past it, so it's more intriguing than perhaps it warranted.
Fair enough.
Let's try this one now.
You open the door, and there is... help if I put her there. There is a woman slumped against the wall. She looks really tired. Oh, thank God, a friendly face. She says, looking at you, Padrichor, and she goes, and is the orc with you?
He is, yes, he's quite harmless unless you cross him. Who are you?
I'm Leica. I was on a ship a while back and the light's out and we run aground. I've been stuck here. I hear noises around and I think I've seen goblins.
Goblins? Who's this young gentleman with the loot?
She looks, sorry, that is a she, but...
Oh.
She's dressed in swoopy kind of bard-like clothing. I see. The token was described as a female musician. Female only in the ponytail on the back of her hair. Anyway. Now, I've been stuck here and it's so bloody cold as well.
What keeps you stuck here?
His floopy sleeves.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that, Dom?
So like she's got the floopy sleeves. Keep her
Yes. As I said, goblins, and I don't know what is skulking on the lower levels. This snake-like thing.
What's keeping you here then? Don't see any chains on you.
I don't have a weapon.
You got legs.
Not exactly. I'm not a fighter.
No, you're a runner. So why don't you get running?
Well, if you clear away, I'll run behind you.
Does she seem legit?
You can give a sense motive.
Yes, I'm very good at sensing motives. 9.
Well, Madclaw doesn't trust her anyway, but I'll certainly do one to see what we get.
She seems incredibly legit.
Why don't you run along then?
If you can promise me the path is clear, I will.
I'm not promising you shit.
She turns to you, Padrichor. Look, you guys are a bit intense, but if you can clear the way, I'll follow behind you. I'll keep out of your way. I'll stay here.
Well, see that you do. Any advice as to what's in the other rooms on this floor or above, up the ladder?
I hear snarling.
Snarling.
Yeah, like a wolf.
Oh, we heard meowing on the floor below, so we have an
Meowing?
upgrade.
Oh, okay.
Quite the menagerie you've got going on here.
I've no idea. This place used to be inhabited years ago, and they just so far away. They just haven't. They never sent reinforcements. It just fell to disrepair.
Much call for empty holes.
That's the only way up the cliff.
Much call for song in those empty holes.
There was on the ship I was on.
What was the name of that ship?
The ship was the Pink Rose.
Oh, I ain't never heard of no shit named a Pink Rose. You lied.
Well, it doesn't exist anymore. It was smashed upon the reef.
You'll go the same way if you're not careful, Missy.
I will keep out of your way.
Yeah, and he'll like stalk like the length of the room, like tipping up like things that have been knocked over to see if there's anything of worth. He looks out the window.
Yeah, and out of the window you can see far. If you're higher up now, you can see even more so onto what is left of the ship's graveyard. The Swift Lyric and the others scattered and destroyed there.
We move on.
Yeah. Shut the door on. We'll give you a shout when we're on our way out.
Which way now, Padrichor?
Let's try the least likely options just to make sure. Unexpectedly attacked. Places that seem safe.
Let's go.
You open and close the door together, and you find another double cage.
Stupid bleeding place.
And this one.
Another double cage.
Oh my god. And this one.
Inside, it looks like a large oval table that's been just shattered and smashed.
Oh, good.
Like a meeting table, just absolutely wrecked.
Like everything else here.
Yes, there's not much of value, is there? Except in that hag's collection.
And in
Well, I
our
suppose
guts, I reckon.
And in our guts.
Her guts, I mean.
Oh.
But probably in our
I
guts
see.
too.
Sure. Well, the wolf noises, I suppose, must be coming through this door. Should we have a listen?
Let's have a listen.
Uh,
And they do.
13.
Double 30.
27.
You on a 13, you hear something, but on a 27, you clearly hear like a creature. There is all a wolf-like quality to it, but there's also a slightly human quality as well.
Madclaw is gonna unstop a cure light wounds potion. Like the noise inside there convinces him that he needs to go in as strong as possible rather than try and play it safe with the supplies. No point in playing it safe with supplies if you die. So he's gonna take one of his cure light wounds. So
you don't take them to the grave.
Exactly. 1d8 plus 5. 10. There we go. That's what I needed. Goodness me. And then he'll he'll whisper in his growling voice, "What's our approach?"
Same as last time. Try and open the door. It's locked. We spent 10 minutes smashing it down.
Let's try and open the door quietly, and we can then tell if it's locked.
Good idea.
Let me move silently and try and open it. All quiet like. Unless yours is better than 11.
No, I insist you.
I roll a 1.
Oh!
God, I just smacked the door with my
Open
fist.
the door. Let me just do a little listen for that.
Misjudges the distance.
Yeah, we'd like to see the
door.
listen check rolled, please. It has to be a 12, whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't have listen currently to hand.
It's a wisdom, so a straight wisdom roll we'll take, I'm sure.
I have listen. Okay.
Be a 12, go on.
24.
Doubles it.
Oh boy.
Boom.
You open the door, and you can both hear the sound of this wolf-like growling. What you see, poking your head in, it looks like an abandoned library, like bookcases. And as you have slammed the door open, you hear the thud of paws as what looks like a wolf with a weird human-like head appears, staring at you as it moves around. And that's where we're going to take a quick break. So, if you are watching, no, we're not on Twitch, so we're on YouTube. So please give us a like and subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't, and we'll be back very shortly.
Rob's going to create a false advert during this to
Please
do.
make it seem like there is a break,
You actually had to
when
say
in
that.
reality
No,
it's
I
only
actually
Could
have
you
to.
create a false advert for my really bad sort of merch?
Okay, we'll go into it. Let me just quickly cut away to our break animation. And for those interested in buying any of Michael's merchandise, please look at the Roll Bones website, and you can use the offer code unnecessary non-lethal damage when you make your first purchase.
That's roll.bones.
.org. We're in .org.
.org.
We're bringing that back.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think it ever left. Anyway, we'll just stop the recording now.
Yeah. And we are back immediately into combat. We'll just snap you all back to where we were. This wolf-like creature, it has humanoid features about it. And in fact, on closer inspection, these features are almost goblinoid. That the shape, the ears, like a goblinoid mixed with a wolf. But it goes first.
Just as a point, I remember I moved here so we could see in the thing. Madclaw's position is actually in the square by the door. Not that it will really matter, but
That's fine.
that's where he is.
So he's there. Okay.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
He goes to there. And the creature just seems to vanish. And behind you, you hear a vroom as the creature dimension doors to behind you. However, that was a standard action for him, so that is all it can do. We cut to Madclaw.
Get in the room, Padrichor. Get in the room. He is gonna run inside here. And he's gonna ready an action so that when Padrichor moves in, he can slam the door shut.
Okay. In that case, Padrichor.
Yes, Padrichor will follow, but first he will throw his mind blade at the goblinoid wolfoid thing. 27.
It's a
I
miss.
might actually.
It's a beautiful hit as it flies through the air. 4.
Now the question is it alive and does it have a mind?
It is, and it does.
Excellent, and I get an extra D8 due to the psychic charging up that I did sometime previously.
Yes,
Nice.
Finally.
So Padrichor launches his blade.
Oh my god.
And it just grazes the beast.
Oh, that is
2 ones. On 2
minimum
different
water
dice.
damage.
Minimum water damage. Oh my god.
Min-a-million damage. Yeah. And then seeing the lack of a strike, he moves to follow Madclaw.
Madclaw's ready to action triggers and he slams the door. Bam!
Cool. We cut back to the top of the round, and
If he does want him, I hope he'll do.
can't do. And with great skill for a wolf-like creature, he kind of opens the door. But that was his movement, so that's essentially, he just can open the door, he can't attack any more than that. However, one thing to note, it's almost as if he is flickering in and out, like he's not quite here for a second, as he's almost blinking out of existence. That is his turn.
He didn't do what I was hoping he would do. I thought that Dimension Door, you can just go wherever you have seen, so I was hoping he would then jump back into the room and then he would just be sat there having done nothing and we would murder him, but that didn't work.
Yes.
So instead he just came out, he opened the door. What the hell, man?
He kind of
With his paws.
With his weird goblinoid wolf-like paws, yes.
As the door opens, a blade swings out to meet him. Madclaw is just going to try and drive his blade through him, blink effect or not. So what do I need to do?
Firstly, it is a 50-50 mischance against him at this point.
Okay, 1 is a miss, 2 is a potential hit.
Yeah.
2 is a potential hit, so the blade swings.
Mm-hmm.
We're not flanking, it's just my normal attack bonus of plus 12. A 4 on the die, 16 to hit.
That's not enough, I'm afraid. It's
God.
close, but not enough.
It's driving me mad.
As he blinks in, but your attack just grazes his fur. You moving, or...?
Yes. Wait. No, I'm not going to move.
Okay. Padrichor.
Yeah, with his move action, Padrichor reignites his Mind Blade and swings it at hopefully head height. Wolf. Goblin. That's a miss.
Vroom. Passes right through. We are back to the top of the round. And he's going to provoke... Well, he's in your threat range. And he leaves it there, so he will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. In that case, absolutely would take that. 26.
Does it hit? It would hit. Roll the mischance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should really do that first. 2 is a hit. No, it's a miss.
It's a miss.
Again, 2 being hit. It's a miss. Of course it is.
As he blinks through the two of you.
I feel like Padrichor's fighting style is, in Revenge of the Sith, where Obi-Wan and Anakin are standing next to each other, just like not hitting anything.
Not hitting anything, just swinging wildly around each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's that.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
He then needs, because he might blink out at this point, there is a 20% chance that he might activate this effect whilst he's blinked into the ethereal plane. So I will do a D100, and if it's 1 to 20, he cocks it. He very much doesn't cock it, as from his mouth a cone emanates of darkness and wailing, just like of the dead screaming. I need you both to make a will save.
Of course it's a will save.
Is it a enchantment spell or effect?
Enchantment?
Yes.
Let me find out.
Enchantment.
It is an enchantment.
I get a small but lucrative bonus.
I'll tell you, the DC is 16.
Oh dear. Not going to go well then. Yeah.
Oh, so close.
And yet, somehow, Madclaw passes.
There is absolute despair that is just shot at you from this creature's maw. You'd almost call it crushing despair as darkness sits upon you. Madclaw, you've heard worse, you know. You've dealt worse than these screams. Padrichor, even with your resistance to enchantment, I'm afraid you suffer from crushing despair. For the next 6 minutes, you take -2 to attack rolls, saves, ability skills, and damage.
How dare you neg me?
He's bloody answered you.
How dare you?
Pretty much -2 to everything there with crushing despair.
Yeah, that's fine.
That is his turn. Madclaw.
Madclaw just takes a sprint. He rushes across the room, and as he does, he kicks off the wall there to jump into the square beside him. And as he does, he brings down the inverted strike of that blade. That is...
Ooh,
oh, shit.
He is susceptible.
But does it hit? Because I didn't roll a d2.
Oh, yes.
2. Fucking 2!
Is that a confirmed crit?
I need to confirm it. That is a critical hit.
Roll me a D100.
Oh my god. Please. Bring me fortune. Bring me fortune. Oh, standard critical, eh?
A standard critical.
So that's 2d6 plus 8, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, because it's plus... With the Insightful Strike, it'd be +6, but I've got a -2 off that, so it is... Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2d6 plus 8. Please, be good. Pretty good. 18 points of piercing damage.
Some of it looks like it's resisted, but not much. As you deliver what it looked like is this beautiful critical finds its home.
It's exactly that. Like, he jumps, kicks off the wall, soars above the creature, and he sees it blink and imperceptibly shift like half a foot to the side, and he twists in midair in some unearthly fashion that allows the blade to actually strike the creature right in the side of its neck there as he soars over it and then lands next to it.
Nice. Excellent stuff. And we cut to Padrichor.
Yeah, so Padrichor will run around the other side of the being to give Madclaw a boost and to negate some of the
misery.
Misery, indeed. 1 misses, 2 hits with the blade. 2.
It's a hit.
Come on.
That's a 2 on the die. As Padrichor does some mad flips off the wall and bounces wall and just gets nowhere near, even though he's on the right plane of existence at the right time. Still, the blade just nowhere near the creature. He's just waggling it around, looking very impressive, but never looking like it's actually going to strike anything.
It's just a big show.
It's that light
And that's
show.
a good thing. There was one extra initiative roll, and
Can I also target dodge on this goblin thing?
You most certainly can. Padrichor, you are 1. Madclaw, you are 2. Padrichor. There is
dangerous, isn't it?
Well,
any second now he's going to pop off.
You hear the sound of some rather heavy footsteps. 5, 10, 15, 20. As Leica sprints into the room. 20, 25. And at the last second, gets over to Padrichor. And what is your touch armor class?
Oh my God.
Touch is 14.
14.
Oh no, sorry, it's 15.
15.
Yeah, 14.
14.
14. 15. 13. 14.
15 was like one off. And this touch just lands on you. How do you like that, pointy ears? As Leica's true form is immediately dropped to reveal the hag that had taken disguise earlier. Can you make a fortitude save, please? DC 16.
Is it an enchantment?
I don't think so, but I will just confirm. Every little helps. Is it an enchantment? Nope.
Cool. Wouldn't have made any difference anyway.
Oh.
11.
You take 3 strength damage.
Oh, good.
As she saps some of your strength. How do you like that, pointy ears? Is that enough leaf walking for you? So that was Leica.
Good.
We cut to this wolf-like creature. It seems to give an almost begrudging look to the hag. Like, But seeing what happened is going on, it turns its attention to Madclaw. And I will do... So I've got a full round of attack here, which means 3 mischances against you. So if any of these roll 20, I'll just not roll the attack. So first attack misses. The first attack he's just not here because he is. Second attack, he's not in the right plane. Oh my God! Madclaw!
What were you rolling? Sorry, you got a 50-50 mischance to hit him as well.
No. If you're blinking, you have a 20% mischance that your attacks are attacked in the wrong place, and every single one of those. That is so lucky, as he is completely in the wrong plane and does not attack you as he blinks off. That's his full attack wasted. Madclaw.
Seeing the reveal of the hag, does the hag still retain her grievous wounds? I say grievous. We didn't.
The hag looks like she's completely back to normal.
Yeah, I thought probably would have the means to heal herself. How's the beast looking?
It looks pretty bloodied up.
Madclaw, in this instance, probably has that battle focus to work out best eliminate one after the other. So we'll just maintain his flank bonus. Probably has a better chance of striking the creature if he can get through the blink or the whatever it is, the displacement. So 2 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hit. If he hits, that is. Let's see. Plus 2 for the flank. 20 to hit.
20 is a hit.
So 1d6 plus 4. 7 points of piercing damage. I imagine not all of it goes through.
Not all of it does go through, and it looks like he's able to shrug a good portion of that off. But you are able to make him bleed a bit.
Yeah, his turn. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. Yeah.
Padrichor, you are feeling weakened somewhat, but there is a hag and a creature.
Taking Madclaw's lead.
I'd say we focus one after the other. I think. I don't know, man.
Yeah, try and take one out.
Do whichever you want.
Yeah.
I've got.
So as a move action, I'll charge the Mind Blade.
Yep.
And then I'll roll a mischance. Yep.
In his defense,
Passing it between his hands.
Wasn't in the right plane of existence, to be fair to him, but still.
Mm-hmm. It's the fact as well that, like, you've taken the strength damage and the crushing despair. It's awful.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh.
It actually hurts.
It's the hag's turn then.
Oh my God.
And she looks and goes, "Oh, Scrum, you look a little under the weather," and then continues to attack you, Padrichor. Your normal armor class is
19.
Come on.
Claw 1. Is
Fuck
possibly
me.
a critical.
This is where I die.
Just a hit. Just a hit.
Didn't confirm.
And, sorry, 19.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
Only one hit.
Oh,
That could have been nasty.
oh my word.
As the claw does 5 points of damage, as she attacks you with such zealous fury, it just almost gets you across like the throat, but just you pull back at that last minute. With that, Scrum is going to attempt to focus himself a bit more. And he's going to back for you again. No, he's not. He's not an idiot. Begrudgingly, he's going to step here. I guess he's sideways over and sidles to Madclaw. So let's see. Of his 3 attacks, what will possibly hit? First one would possibly, second one possibly does. All 3 have potential to hit.
Let's go. Let's go.
Armor class is
19, baby.
Oh, his bite falls short as you dodge out of the way. His first claw. Does connect. His second claw misses, as only one claw connects. For 4 points of damage. As
Face.
do you have an idea what he might be?
A wretch.
Okay. Never mind. Madclaw.
Madclaw doesn't care what he is. He's gonna kill this thing if it's the last he does, which it probably will be. He will rush and he'll slide on his knees. Actually, he'll slide along the floor and try and tendon swipe the creature as he goes past to get the flank bonus here.
Mm-hmm.
Because none of us were born yesterday. He takes the flank bonus and strikes. Possibly a critical.
Is it, though?
Oh, for fuck's sake. 2, come on. Yes! So, possibly a critical. I get through to the right dimension. Do I confirm the critical? That's a 19.
That is a critical.
Oh, get in. Okay.
His armor class is 18, so that actually is the bare minimum you needed to do it.
Okay, perfect. So let's roll a d100 first of all to determine what joyous bounties are in store for this. 25. So it's
Standard critical.
For God's sake. God damn. Right, so 2d6 plus 8. 16 points of piercing damage. How'd you damage reduction like that?
You can see this creature, he's barely standing up now. There is so much blood coming out of it. He's just like... as he's barely catching its breath, but it's not his turn with that glorious sliding cut there from Madclaw. Padrichor.
Padrichor will once more try and hit the wolf goblin. And he actually might stand a chance this time.
Come on.
That's 5 with all the reductions and additions. 18, so that's a miss.
His armor class is 18. Is that with the flanking bonus?
It is indeed. It would have hit if either of the debuffs hadn't got him.
That's the answer.
That's karma. Well, that's
You've been answered. Oh.
As Padrichor continues. And then I'll transfer my dodge to the hag. The hag seems to actually be attacking me. And will it it'll get an attack of opportunity if I try and take a potion, won't it?
Yes.
I'll leave it for now then.
It's the hag's turn. Oh, scrum! As you can see, she starts knocking a bottle on the side. If only I was a little more generous. And she then continues... Actually, no. Odds, she's going to attack. Even, she's going to attempt to drain more of your strength. She's going to attack. First claw, 22.
That's
Second
it.
claw, 32.
That's also a hit.
As these two claws come raking down for 13 points of damage. Just she's eagerly mauling at you.
Yeah, mauling is the word.
Mm-hmm. Scrum is going to provoke 2 attacks of opportunity as he leaves both of your threat ranges.
2.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yep.
2. Yes!
That's the trick.
To say 2. Now, do we get the flank bonus on him leaving our threat range? I believe we do, because that's when we strike him.
Yes, you do. Yeah, I'm just putting there as an example of where he would be heading.
Okay, please. 19 to hit.
Is a hit.
10 to hit.
Oh, it's a hit! Actually, just for this, Dom, can you do your damage first?
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Please.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's Psychic Strike, because he charged it up earlier, which is annoyingly timed based on how much damage he seems to have taken. That's 8 points of damage.
And your magic attack cuts through his damage reduction with no problem at all. What is it like as Padrichor, you kill Scrum, the Barghest?
That's what he was, yeah.
So the blade is like, so he like passes it around, and then like the Barghest like leaps in the air to try and leap over the attacks, and he just and chops up all its legs except one, and it tumbles to the floor. Don't try it.
As he dies.
Don't try it!
I hate you!
Can, because Madclaw hit as well, I like to think Madclaw does the Deadpool thing, which was just like throw a small knife at point blank into it. You know, he just does that into it as it slides along the ground, dead.
Nice. Very nice. That is Scrum. Deaded. And he tried to flee, but He stops blinking. I'm afraid the effect of crushing despair still lingers with you for a few more minutes.
Cool.
Well, technically 5.5 minutes, but that's we'll deal with that later. Madclaw, you've seen that you were both dispatched the Barkest. What do you do?
He goes, and does his trademark runs the purple tongue along his blade, and then behind its back, not revealing which way the blade is going to strike, he rushes forward, and is just going to try and impale the hag from behind with the flank bonus.
Yeah.
And that is a 16 on the die, so that is possibly a critical.
Excellent.
19 to hit.
Not enough to get through her armor class. Is that with a flank?
Yeah, that's with the flank, yeah,
So that's just a hit.
Just a hit. Nine points of piercing damage.
Oh, you little twat!
Fair enough.
As you were.
We're all gonna die in here, so we're just gonna shout whatever name comes to mind until someone's dead.
Hey, I've been inspired by a very recent green hag to bring the uncouth nature.
I'm loving the hag, mate. This is top NPC work from you. I'm very impressed.
Oh, thanks. Padrichor.
Please kill.
Padrichor is not in a good way and doesn't think that he can actually hit the hag. So what he's going to do is use combat expertise to subtract 3 from his attack to add 3 to his AC.
Nice.
Which means he's probably going to miss. But with a 20, I think that's still a miss.
Oh, that is unfortunate. An armor class of 21. So.
Shouldn't have done it. Oh well. Still, I get bonus to my save AC. So hopefully, if it attacks me, it won't kill me outright. And then I will provoke an attack of opportunity by having a potion.
Oh, you brave man.
She'll take it.
It's going to kill me.
Do it.
24.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, Maximilian damage from the hag.
Doesn't kill me.
Doesn't?
No, not quite. Which allows me to take a potion. Yeah, it takes me down to 3 hit points. And then he glugs a potion, which goes back up to 28.
What a roll!
Just when he needed something good.
Lovely.
Oh man.
As the mind blade starts like whirring even faster around and blocking as much as possible.
She has been going for you, but you've just stuck her in the back. So, odds, Padrichor, even, Madclaw. Padrichor, she doesn't care that she's been shivved in the back by some orcish thing. You think you can get away drinking those? I'll swat them out of your hand. As she goes to attack you. 16.
That's a miss.
Oh! 18.
Also a miss. I didn't need to fight defensively.
As she misses twice as she lashes out in anger. Madclaw.
Even our fortune has a sour taste to it because I didn't have to do the other thing.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Could have just could have just attacked normally. I would have hit.
I would have hit.
She would have hit me back. Still could have taken the potion. Then it would have missed twice.
It just doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Die! 15, possibly a critical. Please.
Come on, Michael, finish her.
Confirm. No, this is a hit.
Just a hit.
Again, 9 points of piercing again.
Oh, you! She
edits herself.
She can't even manage to speak as the blade found its mark. But Padrichor.
Yeah, I'll charge up the Mind Blade with the hope that it might hit. And take a swipe. Does 12 hit?
She turns behind her this time. We'll have no more of that, will we? What's your touch armor class?
15.
She touches. Can you make a fortitude save, please?
I can.
DC 16.
25.
You take no strength damage as she looks at like she's trying to drain you. How have you done this?
He's just growling at her face like a fucking animal. As she touches him, he's like snarling at her like a dog.
As she tries to drain your strength and then provokes an attack of opportunity from both of you.
Oh, let's go. Oh, yeah.
Will you take it?
With the flank. 20.
22.
22 is a hit.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
It is with psychic blading.
He's very good at when people are running away from him. He can hit them then.
Because they run into his choreographed patterns. Yeah. They just run through it.
It's the only time that they don't just miss entirely. 7.
She stumbles and she falls to her knees. Oh, you shitbag! You absolute! And bashes her head off the side of the bookcase. She's not dead, but she skids and is scrambling to get back up again as you bash her in the back. She looks absolutely on the brink, but that is all she can manage. Madclaw.
Madclaw is on it the second she smashed her head against the thing. Like, Madclaw's an opportunist. He fights to kill, not to defeat. He is straight upon her there, and he delivers a strike, which is his normal attack bonus now. Possibly a fumble.
Oh.
16, it's a fumble.
It is a fumble. Roll me a D100, please.
Oh my god, what is that?
Now
62. No,
Can you re-roll because you don't have a shield?
Yeah. Oh, no need to do D20 there. There we go. D100. 16.
Can you make a DC 20 dexterity check for me, please?
Maybe. Yes, I can! Yes, I can!
You don't fall prone. As you overreach and you go... Oh. There's just a moment where you almost lose your footing, but you don't. Your dance ritualistic instincts kick in. Padrichor.
Yes, Padrichor will close the distance. And... as the infernal twirling of his blade carries on. 12.
To hells with this! As
Don't you fucking dare, I swear to God.
She turns invisible.
God's sake.
Do you want to do a listen or a spot check?
I'd love to do a listen check. Or a spot. No, I'd rather do a spot.
Mine's
No.
listen. 23.
12 won't be enough, but 23 is enough to see the wounds and the blood. Oh, you're listening?
Hear the drips of the blood.
You can hear her moving then. So you can take Madclaw and attack of opportunity, but you have a 50-50 miss chance.
2's a hit. We'll keep it the same, yeah?
Yeah.
Jeez.
As she is attempting to flee, your blade connects.
Does it, though, because I've not actually rolled the attack. I still need to roll the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Bring me fortune. 21.
Her armor class is 21.
Ah.
Why? I knew it was close to that. For fuck's sake!
Your blade
I hate it
hits.
so much.
It hits her.
I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I can't describe to you how much I
Well, you hear that she goes to the middle of the room, and you hear her leave the room and close the door.
Presumably she can't get far, otherwise she wouldn't close the door.
Maybe she can heal.
Well, yeah.
Well, what she might have used potions to
Can't
heal, in
miss them.
fairness. So we don't know how she's been healing. Maybe she might not be able to heal again. Who knows?
She did have a potion that she was threatening the dog with. Not threatening,
Yeah.
floating.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, she'll be.
But she can't have taken it that turn because she moved.
Are we just gonna run straight after her?
Yeah?
Okay, then I will do that straight. I will use my movement to follow. So 5, 10. I open the door. And which way was the exit? It was down that long corridor. So Madclaw is just going to make a direct movement to there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. $35, $40, $45, $50, $55, $60. I get to the door.
You get to the open door.
I don't run into anyone.
No.
That's my turn.
Door.
I shut the door.
Padrichor.
Padrichor will make his way to here. And then...
Is there any like blood giving her? Come on, I stabbed the shit out of her. Surely there's a trail of blood.
Give me a survival check.
Absolutely monstered her. $14.
4.
Padrichor, I don't know if you know what you're looking at if you're trying to follow tracks here. It's
He's too busy swinging his blade around.
just hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
Keep going. Must keep going. Must keep going. Keeps me alive.
Constant movement. Constant movement.
There is blood heading this way, Madclaw.
Did it look like it was going out the door that I just was closing?
Potentially. I mean, it looks like there's blood in this corridor, so they're only been in one direction for that.
Was that blood here when we walked by?
You don't recall there being blood.
This way, Padrichor!
I'll follow.
Up the stairs!
It's a ladder.
Is there blood on the ladder?
Give me a search check.
Are we still in...
A search check to look on the ladder if there's blood on it. What the hell?
Are we still in initiative, or are we out of it now?
That's a 20 on the die. I want to know what blood type she is.
There is hag negative on one of some of the rungs going up. It's more so on the where you can see like the hands and clawing, and you can see a little bit on the hatch above as well.
The crone's gone up. Padrichor, let's finish this.
Let's go.
As he does, he's going to take a Cure Light Wounds potion. Because this is the battle of our lives right now.
Yeah, I'll take a Cure Light as well. Seems good.
Amazing.
Roll your potions.
Glug, 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 glug.
12. Lovely.
10.
10. Very nice. You down your potions. And
clamber up the ladder.
What's your flat-footed armor class, Padrichor?
Flat-footed is 15.
Same. Well, it doesn't matter who of us goes up first. Then Madclaw will follow.
Who went up first?
Roll a dice.
Yeah, let's roll a dice to see who went up first. That's fine.
One of you do it. Who fancies rolling a dice?
Okay. I'll be 1. Padrichor can be 2.
Cool.
I'm 1. I'm going first.
Madclaw charged up the ladder. You reach the top, and you see as you're coming out. Allow me to. The top of the tower is even with the top of the cliff that rises behind it. A crenellated stone battlement surrounds the tower top on 3 sides, and the cliff face forms the 4th. 2 5-foot-high platforms, both blackened and soot-stained, stick up above the battlement. Each platform is accessible via a short staircase. Outside the tower, set in a niche in the cliff, is a trap door where you've come from. A small dozen humanoids with sallow complexions, long arms, and drab clothing prowl around the tower top, evidently standing guard.
Must be, obviously.
Must be. As you climb up, any form of hide or check, or are you just immediately charging out?
Charging out.
You charge out, and I will say, I'm not going to say that Padrichor's still at the bottom there, because Padrichor's probably right behind you climbing up as well. And you can see there is quite a few goblins that are standing guard up here, 7 of them. And they all look at you like... Oh no, it's a green skin, it's a green skin! As they look at you with increased fear for a lot of these goblins.
Once again, they're
Hello,
like
Madclaw.
Are they not acting?
As I ask you to roll initiative.
Is my initiative -2 as well because of... Am I still -2 to...
Oh, you did charge up here, didn't you?
It's a check, isn't it, I guess?
Oh, it should be
It is, yeah. Yeah, you're still under the effects of it, I'm afraid.
Ugh. 4.
10, 4, and 15. Okay. Oh,
Great.
and 16. Okay.
Is this where we die?
Maybe. Who knows?
I thought it was downstairs, but it's actually upstairs.
With a whole lot of goblins.
And
Did you
a
roll a
hag.
2 as well?
Sure did.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, yes.
I mean, listen, let them waste their turns rushing to us. I'm happy with that. Come on then.
Fair.
Let's go.
Come on then.
Let's go.
The goblins. For scrum! For scrum! As they all charge and start running towards you. Protect the lights! We'll start with the closest. They all seem to be armed with these like crudely made morning stars, and some have javelins in their hand as well. 5, 10, 15. This one runs across the cliff, and it's pretty much the same level. Where was it? 5, 10, 15, 20. Gets to there and is going to attempt a single attack upon you, Padrichor.
Cool. Flat-footed anti, so 15.
15. He comes in with a morning star. That hits your shins as he runs at you and just batters your legs. As he does 5 points of damage as this goblin goes for the knees. He's taken some inspiration from the watch as he goes for the shins as well. Just
Obviously been reading those books. In
There's
the,
Cuthbert
chapel.
downstairs. It's the word. The word.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He does double moves. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. As they all tentatively bring themselves towards you all. Madclaw.
Madclaw looks over his shoulder at Padrichor and says, "You got that one?"
Oh, yes.
Then I'll take the other 6. And he'll dash forward to. I'm gonna get flanked. Anything that I do, I'm gonna get flanked. I'm pretty sure. So if I go here, yeah, they can rush me there. But if I go there, you know what? He doesn't think that. He's not even going to think that tactically. He's just going to step forward and he's going to strike as he is from there. So he brings the blade as he rushes forward and just throws his weight, inverted grip on his blade. Possibly a critical.
Confirm it. Easy confirmation. Roll it up.
Excellent. That is D100.
Standard crit.
Just, they're standard crits for a reason.
There, yeah, true. Yeah, 2d6 plus 8. 12 points of piercing.
How do you kill that goblin?
He rushes and he ducks beneath the goblin's strike into like a reverse spin, and the inverted grip on his blade just allows him to drive the dagger straight into the goblin's throat, and he tears it out as he continues moving forward.
Nice.
Obviously not mechanically. That's his turn. Wait, I can't. Can I use the rest of my movement?
In
Not after I've
3.5
struck.
we need
Yeah.
spring attack.
Spring attack, yeah. Never mind,
Yeah.
that was me.
Lovely stuff. Padrichor.
Padrichor sees this and goes, "Nice work, Madclaw. Now watch this." And
Goblins are really bad, though, eh? Goblins are really bad. They have like nothing.
I'm a class of 15.
Piss me. Piss me.
this is your fault, Michael. This is your fault.
What, for doing a curse on you? And
Yeah, he was only pretty shit before. Now he's incredibly shit.
Literally gonna have to fight these things on my own.
There's nothing I can do, Rob. He doesn't.
I
do
know. I'm
anything
doing. I'm not.
else.
I promise you.
There's one trick.
I promise you, I'm not blaming you. I am not blaming you at all, Dom. What mental game are we playing with such bad stats? Random characters.
I mean, he's got pretty good stats. It's just the Soul Knife is not a great build.
No, I like the Soul Knife.
not at a low level. They get better.
Not at any level, Michael.
They got better.
It is actually who went first in initiative. 1 Dom, 2 Rob.
Come to me, because then at least I'm a distraction.
1 Dom. Padrichor, you hear in your ear, "Peekaboo, you little shit!" As from invisibility, a battered-looking hag disappears as she goes for a single attack on you.
You have to kill her.
What's your flat-footed armor class?
15.
That's an easy hit, I'm afraid.
She'd have hit bloody Pelor's armor class with that roll. What the hell?
She does 6 points of damage as she cuts across your back as the hag makes herself known.
How did she get through my defenses?
It's the goblin's turn.
The impenetrable wall of blades has been penetrated. Goodness.
The one next to you, Padrichor, is going to take advantage and attempt to flank you with the hag.
Insanity.
And that's a +2. Oh!
21.
Otherwise.
Hang on. I'm pretty certain it's 20, but I just need to confirm for a morning star crits.
I see.
Oh, mate. I think it might be 19 if it's a morning star.
It is not. It's 20. It's because of the piercing. I had a bit of a concern, but nope. It's just a hit, as it does a walloping. 1 point of damage as he channels into his watch and he's going back for the same shin again. He's hit you twice. They're saying, hacking away there. This goblin will just charge into here. This one, 5, 10, 15, will charge to get the flank. 5, 10, there. You are about to face a barrage from the goblins. Firstly, 2 javelins come your way from the 2 at the back. What? Your armor class is 19, yeah?
Same as it ever was.
Javelin 1, right over you. Javelin 2. Oh!
He just managed to turn it aside with his blade, literally like a centimetre from his face.
Just. And then I didn't actually add the flanking bonus. Never mind.
They didn't attack yet. You said those were javelins that were thrown at me.
Yeah, then the 3 that have surrounded you. The one that's not flanking you misses as you corkscrew around it. The 2 that are flanking you.
Parry. Oh, damn. If I managed to dance out of all of those, that would have been insane.
That would have been epic. But one just manages to catch you just on an off moment, dealing 2 points of damage. Madclaw.
I provoke 2 attacks of opportunities as I leave the threat range of 2 goblins to move here.
One with a flank, one without. One with a flank misses, one without. Possibly fumbles. That's a fumble. Let me see what he does. 14.
Dex check, I think.
It is. He falls flat on his face as he overreaches to get you, and just boom, planks it to the floor. Not stunned. He's just on the floor.
The goblin next to him does some kind of swing or whatever, and he basically just grabs the goblin's wrist and just pulls it away from him, and he rolls around it, so he almost swaps place with it. So he's standing next to the hag, and as he swaps places, the blade is coming low and fast. Does it bloody hit the fucking creature? Fast and low. No flank bonus, so just 12. Possibly a bleeding natty 20. Please. Please.
Come on.
Just a hit.
Every little helps. Every little helps. It's 9 again. That's the lucky number against her.
Nice. Not all of her wounds had closed. As you can see, you've reopened a few of the wounds. Like you stabbed her in one of the similar places before, and where her wounds had been rapidly knitting together as if some sort of magic had been involved, they just immediately, like picking off a scab, they just opened up again. It's just, oh. Padrichor.
Seeing the hag there, will dodge against the hag, and take a step away from the goblin, but only a 5-foot step, so it doesn't provoke anything. And then we'll attempt to strike the hag with the mind blade. Basically need a natural 20. Does not get it.
You continue. Unfortunately, Lycast looks at her belt and she's like, "Oh fuck!" As she sees she has no more vials on her side, and Mad, you've done substantial damage to her, Madclaw. So she turns to you and just abandons all control. She just lashes into you. Armor class 19, yeah? That's a hit.
On the die.
And that's a miss. Oh. For 5 points of damage as she cuts across just a bit down your cheek. As you just feel these long hag claws just scratch through your skin. Goblins. He takes a 5-foot step over there, and 10, he misses. This one just turns here, no flank bonus, goes to hit you, Madclaw, misses. This one goes into here, trying to just gank you. Oh, it's a hit, but is it a crit? It's just a hit for 4 points of damage. This one stands up for half his... Yep. So then he can just... There, and he can get one hit on you. Nope. These guys advance towards you whilst pulling out their morning stars. This one goes in there. Is a miss. And this one, so 5, 10, 15, 25, as he climbs up onto the cliffside and attempts to get a cheeky shot, a cheeky flanking shot onto your head, Padrichor.
How long's the climb?
I doubled his movement.
Okay.
It's not. It's literally a couple of steps up, but
All right, yeah.
but enough to double his climb. As he gets up with his flank, he clobbers you in the side of the head for 4 points of damage from his Morning Star, Padrichor.
Yeah.
Madclaw.
Please die. Please die. Oh my God. Please die. Please die. I'm just gonna stab at the hag with everything he's got. Like, he's surrounded by goblins and he's just like pulling them off him as like he's desperately just trying to shank this old crone.
Please.
You hit like an old woman, he says as he stabs. For 26 to hit.
Yes, that's a hit.
Not a crit, but a hit.
Roll me the damage.
6 plus. Please. 8. Get in!
Aha.
No. Please. Please.
As she coughs up some blood.
After the third time of trying.
He runs
How?
in, and she goes to do the strength thing on him, and he just grabs her wrist, pulls her in, grabs a fistful of her crone-like hair, and just shoves her head into his blade. Just like, bam! And the blade's hilt is pushed against the wall, so he just drives it in like that. And then just rips her off the blade and throws the body to the ground, and is just like roaring at the goblins surrounding him. Like a line of blood rains down as the hag is fucking murdered.
As you are an orc, can you, just because the lineage and the hierarchy between orcs and goblins, can you roll me a free intimidate check?
Oh, yes I can. Intimidate. I don't think I'm actually that good at it. Oh no, I've got ranks in it. 13. I'm okay with killing them all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's a D6.
5 of them
That was a D6.
look like...
Oh.
Yeah, there's 6 of them alive, and 5 of them look like they want to break rank. But it's not their turn yet.
I was going to say, they've got to go past us first.
Padrichor. Yes. I will try and hit the goblin that's not surrounding Madclaw. Initially. Does 16 hit?
Yes.
Finally. And I had a psychic strike charged from before, I think, or I can just have charged it this turn, to be fair. 7 points of damage.
How does he die?
And he just like falls apart.
Nice.
And I'll take a 5-foot step to put myself in between these guys. Flanking in case
Put the
they...
hag there.
And so if any of them move away, we get attacks of opportunity against an extra 1.
Yes. This one here will provoke an attack of opportunity from you, Padrichor, because it can just flee.
I'll take it.
Cool.
12.
5, 10, 15. He just runs. I will say this, behind you on the cliff face, you back from the cliff not too far before you hit an immediate forest. The huge Timberway forest is essentially the entire back of where you are, and it doesn't take too much to see the snow-capped trees in the distance and the white snowscape in the horizon. But you're pretty certain if he goes, he's done, either the cold or the trees or whatever's in there. But he vanishes. This one here will provoke an attack of opportunity from Madclaw.
Madclaw takes it. Possibly a critical.
Confirm it. Is a crit. Roll up. Anything more than 31 would be lovely.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Oh, yes, please. 1d100. There we go. 40.
Critical multiplier plus 1.
I'll take
times.
Well, you'll need that.
3d6 plus 12. Yep, 12. 26 points of damage on the attack opportunity.
3.5 times his max health. How do you kill him?
Guy goes to run, and Madclaw catches him, and then in a second, like he's just cutting its throat, and he just pushes him, and he tumbles down the ladder shaft, blam 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 blam, into the dark.
Oh, brutal. This one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Okay. This one, however, is maintaining its ground. So 2 are fleeing, 1's in front of Madclaw. Madclaw
will provoke an attack of opportunity, I think.
This goblin will take it.
He's gonna... he doesn't care. He doesn't even look, he just parries over his back, and then will just rush to here, and it will just try and stab the goblin in the back as it's clambering to run to the timber forest. 16
is a hit.
8 points of damage.
Describe the death.
He's scrambling up, trying to get away, and Madclaw just grabs hold of him, yanks him down, cuts his throat, and throws him down the ladder shaft.
Yeah.
Bum.
Another one.
Next.
Onto the pile.
Oh.
Padrichor.
Padrichor will use his move action to charge the Mind Blade with Psychic Strike, and then throw the blade at this one that's running away.
Cool.
That may incur attack opportunity.
No, he's already taken it. He doesn't have combat reflexes.
25.
That is a hit. Confirm the damage. Roll the damage.
Confirm the damage.
Confirm.
10 points of damage.
How is he also dead?
Padrichor launches the blade and just goes. The goblin is running past his and then the thing just shorts out, disappears, and he flat his face.
Excellent. The final goblin.
I dodge against that final goblin.
Let's see if he really wants to hang around now. He really does not. He will provoke an attack of opportunity from you as he attempts to scramble up the side. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Padrichor.
So I don't have a weapon because I threw my Mind Blade, and it takes an action, a movement action to reactivate it. So I punch him.
Are you wearing any gauntlets?
I don't think so, no.
So this is a non-lethal punch.
Yeah. Is it a negative as well, isn't it, for punching?
-4?
Whatever your strength.
-4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah, because you're not proficient in unarmed combat.
No, you're not. You don't get a minus because you're punching someone. You're only getting a minus because you've had your strength damage or whatever that was. That's the only minus that's taken. You don't need to be trained to throw a punch at someone.
There is a minus for it, but yeah, that's another day. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue.
Is.
I don't think I'm going to hit anyway. So. Come on, swings wildly.
The goblin's fine. He ducks under you. But that is all he does, Madclaw.
It's okay.
Can I get to him?
5, 10, 20. Yeah.
And he has to leave my threat range if he wants to get away. So, yeah, he runs after him. 19. I think that still hits.
It is a hit.
8 points of damage.
Describe the death.
Yeah, he just chases after him and he kicks off that body of the dead goblin he passed, which gives him enough momentum to basically wall run up, and then is directly behind the goblin, and he just goes slice across the goblin's back, and it's like, and then he grabs it and just throws it down. It tumbles back onto the wall, and then he just jumps down after it and curb stomps it onto the crenellation.
And then kicks his body down the.
Kicks his body down the ladder hole.
Excellent stuff. And
so uncivilized.
And with that, the Pearl Tower has been liberated. In front of you, you can see where the light should have been coming from. These two platforms, where you can see where the fuel is and where it should be lit, but both have been extinguished. You can also see in the distance the bonfire that has been lit is a replacement bad light. The light that is throwing the ships off course. You have a choice at this moment. One, there's a few areas you didn't get a chance to fully explore. So you could just take a couple of minutes to have a walk around and do some bits. And if you want, you could reignite the actual the light here. And you could then, if you want, head to the bonfire and extinguish the bad light. Or you could proceed into the Timberway to find your way out and home. Wherever home may be. Or your next destination. The point and choice is yours.
I think Padrichor, just mixed up my name.
Mash up.
Madrichor. I think Padrichor would try and relight the signal fires here.
Yeah.
In a sort of Gondor Calls for Aid style epic moment of lighting some fires. Swelling music booms.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's a skull. Oh, that's a pumpkin. That's a flaming sphere. Ah, here we go.
It's so small.
Hang on.
Make it bigger than that. Come on.
There we are.
Although that looks.
I've got animated
Great
tokens
big
and
boulders surround the flame.
yeah, well, it's that or a time vortex ripping apart.
I mean, that's something.
You relight the fires atop the Pearl Tower. You know, though, to do the right thing, you have to proceed across the cliffs to the other bonfire and extinguish it.
Padrichor will turn to Madclaw and say, "What do you think, Madclaw? You want to put out the bad light?"
We said this would make a fine lair. Do we want to lure further riches to us, to our position?
No. Better to have avoid the place, I think.
Suit yourself. Let's put it out then, if only to further insult. Add insult to the defeat of the throne. Oh my god, what a horrible storm.
It's got very windy.
The GM is smashing his mic repeatedly with his notes.
I apologise. I didn't mean to...
Let us put out the flames of the crone then. Let it serve as further injury to her demise.
But first, let's rest and recover some strength, hopefully.
Oh, so is it a case of just going over there? That's like a whole thing to do that. Is it like way off in the distance?
It would be several hours to walk there.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was quite nearby. Okay, no worries. Then yeah, absolutely. Our rest is in order. We will seal up one of the rooms downstairs, for there are many, and we will rest. I'm searching the hag and the goblins, of course.
I was going to say, do you wish to search? You find on the hag a few things of interest. She had 5 empty potions of cure light wounds. She drank all of them to survive her 3 rounds of
absolute tyranny of shivs there. Like,
she has a couple of keys, which you can imagine would open the locked doors you stumbled across.
Yeah.
She has on her some rather elegant-looking jewellery. Like a really nice necklace and some rings that don't really suit her. But there's about 300 gold pieces worth of jewellery.
150 each.
Aye.
She also has, for the adventuring needs, a cloak of resistance +1.
Ooh.
And braces of armour +2.
Wow. What's your normal armor class, Padrichor?
19.
Same.
But I can boost it to 20 with dodge, so probably.
And remember, braces of armour don't stack with armour.
Oh.
So +2 armour, or what you're wearing.
Oh yeah, because if we get rid of that, that's going to be a severe deduction.
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll keep hold of them then, because I dare say neither of us will want to wear that. I'm happy. What's your what are your resistances like? What are your saving throws like?
284.
284. I've
Yeah,
got
real wild mix.
I have 572. So yeah, I don't know. Should we just roll for it?
Coin toss? Yeah.
Yep. DM, you should roll it.
1 is Dom, 2 is Rob, as always. Madclaw.
Yeah.
I mean, he deserves it, really.
It's not
But
that's
I have an
so
impression.
harsh.
As you're looking at it, Madclaw just like snatches it for like, no, it's mine.
And it tears like a corner off it.
Padrichor's like, this is a pretty piece. Oh.
Hands off that shiny shirt. What was it? +1?
Cloak of Resistance, yeah. The goblins, they have a total of 350 gold pieces between them.
175 each.
175, aye. I do love gold.
Also, whilst you're up here, since you've lit the fires and you're going through the goblins and hag,
Going
could,
through them.
well, what they have in their positions, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Could you both make a will save, please?
That's handy. It's put on a nice cloak.
Is it an enchantment?
It is not an enchantment.
10.
$15.
It's almost like you can see something in the corner of your eye. But every time you turn to look, you don't see anything.
Now we're haunted by spectres, Padrichor. If we do can we do like a narrative, like investigation of what remains of this, or does it require gameplay to explore, Michael?
I can talk about it narratively as we wrap up.
Very good.
Where's Madclaw? There you are. I'm going to move you back across to here. You drop down the hatch, which is quite easy to secure, and you go past the bodies of the goblins you chucked down there. Apart from that one I threw in there. And you're able to secure yourself quite well in here. And you take the time as well to have a look through Scrom, the Barghest's possessions. He had a chest in his room. And he has, in his chest, a Heward's handy haversack.
Bless you.
Ooh.
Thank you. Which is sort of like a bag of holding.
Okay.
Let me get the 3.5 description of what
I
it
do
actually
vaguely
is.
recall the name, but
A backpack of this sort appears to be well made, well used, and quite ordinary. It's constructed of finely tanned leather, and the straps of brass hardware and buckles. It has two side pouches, each of which appears large enough to hold about a quart of material. In fact, each is like a bag of holding and can hold material as much as 2 cubic feet in volume or 20 pounds in weight. The central part of the pack can hold up to 8 cubic feet or 80 pounds of material. And it only ever weighs 5 pounds. And also, it's quite convenient. Whenever you reach into it, the item you need is always on top. And you open it, and there seems to just be lots of copper and silver that just seems to pour out like a fountain, to the grand total of 250 gold pieces.
But just in bronze.
In copper and silver, yeah.
Shame.
Oh, yeah, not bronze.
Pretty much.
No.
And 10 pieces of obsidian, each worth 25 gold pieces each. So another 250.
So hang on, what was that in total?
500 in total.
Oh no, I meant between us. Sorry.
250 each.
250. I've become very rich in a very short space of time.
Yeah.
And you're able to secure yourself here. And if anything, you could take yourself back to the ground floor if you wanted to. If you wanted to burn a fire, there was a kitchen supply on the ground floor. But you're able to secure yourself in without any risk of being caught by surprise, shall we say, and enough to keep you warm, so the bitter, chill air of the Timberway doesn't affect you too much. And you spend the rest of the day resting. And if you use this as the day, in theory, to rest, it means that you won't suffer any light penalties, Madclaw, if you were to set out in the evening.
Yes.
And to be fair, you're probably both quite exhausted after having been unconscious and everything. And so you take a nice rest safely within the Pearl Tower. Is there anything you would do or talk about?
I don't know, really. I don't know if they've got that much in common to chat around a fireside. I feel like they would probably just sit in sort of slightly awkward silence for a few hours before Padrichor's like, right, I'm going to unroll my bed and maybe try and catch a few winks. You stay on your side of the room and I'll stay on mine. I'm sure we'll both be fine, eh?
I'll shout out if I see any sign of that fool meditate.
And as Padrichor goes into a meditation and Madclaw does a similar in his rest, that I feel is a nice moment to wrap up today, as we are pretty much on the cusp of drawing Bad Light to a close and jumping into Frozen Whispers.
I think maybe we'll just start with Frozen Whispers next time. Does that make it easier?
Well, it's how they start and how they end. It doesn't matter. We can finish Bad Light and start Frozen Whispers.
Just run into each other.
Yeah. But as is customary, thoughts on the session. Who wants to go first, or shall I roll?
I'll go first because I don't mind saying this. I think you ran that very well, Michael. I think you made the enemies fight as scientifically as we've always said for Roll the Bones. They did everything they could to win. The hag vanished multiple times. That couldn't have gone any better for the hag up until the very end, I think.
Yes, the hag had no healing abilities, but had potions of cure light wounds.
Yes, I'm saying all of this. I thought the portrayal of the hag was excellent. I thought it was really satisfying at the very end, actually mowing through the goblins at the top. That just was very satisfying. That felt like a one take John Wick Daredevil corridor fight scene moment where there's just a bunch of them rush us and we just murder them. Now that's out of the way, I think if what we've been presented with is true, I think that the whole build-up of that tower, I don't think is very good. I don't think it's forgivable to have that many empty rooms.
Yeah.
I don't think, I think it was because as a DM and as a player, for the player, you're like, oh, what's in this room? There's nothing to explore. What's in this room? There's nothing to explore. What's in this room? There's nothing to explore. So as a player, you're like, what the fuck's going on? Are we missing something here? And as a DM, I'm sure, Mike, you're sat there going, Nothing in the book.
Basically the same.
And it's just, there were dozens and dozens and dozens of empty, not dozens, but a lot of empty rooms in there. And I was
about
like,
a dozen.
there could have been anything in here, you know. Like, I know obviously that would then extend the module, and that's not the idea, but I don't know, just nothing. Oh, I don't know, man.
I mean, I will happily show you the template map that I'm given.
Oh, and I know you run it as is, mate. This is why I was saying none of this is a reflection on you because you ran the session excellently. But that's weird. Like, there's nothing in there.
Why not just have one big room if it's
one big room with a lot of bunks in there.
The module talks quite a lot about politics between what's going on and what they're doing. But the problem then, even if you are brought into this campaign from a different angle, it doesn't change anything. Say you're brought in because they go, we know there's a bar guest who's collaborating with a hag, and we want you to infiltrate or do any of this. It doesn't change any of that. It's just an empty tower, basically. And as far as I'm aware, the rooms where it said these are what they are, I tried to throw some bits into them. But even then, it's just... Yeah, I fully agree with you.
Yeah, and then you're deviating from what is on the page, which is what we're trying not to do. We're trying to present them as is, in fairness. I feel like I might have said what you might have been thinking as well, Dom, but go ahead, because that's really the extent of my thoughts on it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to have... What was it? 3 floors?
4 if you count the very top.
Yeah, so 3 floors of essentially 1 encounter per floor. And then the top floor, which is great.
Which in itself is good.
The hag hadn't made its way up there. You're just slaughtering goblins at the top. Like, it worked really well because the hag was there, and that's a difficult kill, even the weakened as she was.
That is my thinking. Is that because that in itself is quite clever because, as we discovered, the hag can pretty easily escape us. Meaning, you do end up pursuing the hag up the tower, which means the hag can lure you into these other encounters with exactly just what happens. So I do give it credit for that. But and I like the idea of there being a challenge per floor. I just think it's the layout. I think that's probably the issue. The layout is it's got so many rooms in there, but so little content. Like, you can make it a far narrower tower, take out the meaningless exploration, and just have a few less rooms with the threat on each floor. I like the idea of there being a threat on each floor, particularly if it's a low-level adventure, which this is.
Yeah. I will say, the rooms are the same. I scaled the map up by a smidge just to make the rooms a bit... But in terms of that, it didn't change. That, the rooms were still the same. They were just 1 square wider, shall we say.
You made the map, didn't you?
Yes.
I noticed an upscaling quality from the Wizards of the Coast's dross that they expect us to chew up. I really, they have much to be desired for their maps that they've produced for this sort of thing, which is baffling to me. You would have thought that they would make those tip top, but never mind. I like the idea of the hag kind of retreating and luring you into other encounters, and there's that thing, isn't there, with a good villain that they have the ability to vanish to then strike you again at another time. Like, it's just textbook, isn't it? But still. Like, so that was genuinely effective because obviously I was losing my mind, desperate to kill the creature. I don't know how it must have felt for you, Dom. That must have been so maddening to, like, effectively not. It made you not able to hit her, basically, right?
Yeah, essentially, I think I would have had to crit.
You had to crit her to hit.
Yeah,
crit to hit.
I will say, I did, to kind of match the two of you, I manipulated some of her stats a bit just because I wanted her to be more of a challenge for your level as opposed to what she was, which if she was what she was, you I don't think, apart from the critical, you would have ever have hit her actually, which, yeah, would have been very silly.
Yeah. Let's talk about the characters. Because like pretty much all the heavy lifting for Madclaw is just describing him. Because really, the swashbuckler, very much a one-trick pony. I've already dipped into a level of fighter to make it redeemable, which gave me the feat, the extra feat to give me something, you know. Because insightful strike, I'm like so not massively impressed with the swashbuckler, unfortunately. We'll see. We'll see.
Yes, it is it's one of those for a martial character where you think, is the intelligence to damage worth the lack of feats from a fighter?
The answer is no.
Yeah.
And
I think
if you
there's
want
a couple of feats you can take that allow you to progress parts of the swashbuckler while also taking levels in fighter or
Yeah, daring outlaw, possibly.
yeah,
sure, yeah.
daring outlaw or daring something else as well. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if maybe because the Warblade has a similar means that you can add intelligence to your damage, and potentially if you were a finessing Warblade, you could stack the two, maybe.
Oh wow, yeah. See, already you can just think off the top of your head something to be better than it. You know, be a rogue, be a rogue,
or be a rogue. Yeah,
just be a rogue, just be a rogue. Get the skills.
but if you dipped into swashbuckler to get insightful strike, and then cross class out of that into something else.
That in fact,
maybe.
that's what we did. We used a level or two for swashbuckler with the assassin fade, I believe.
Yes.
I think for some reason, I don't know why. Thinking about it,
May have been for insightful strike.
Must have been for that, I guess. I don't know. But yep. Thoughts on the soul knife before we wrap up, Dom?
Yeah, I'm not very taken by the soul knife, to be honest.
But
It's a martial character and it doesn't have full base attack progression, which is crippling. Right.
Sorry, I crippled my elbow.
I guess maybe that my build was dodgy as well a little bit, but
didn't help, yeah, and didn't help. Then you spent all of the session nerfed out the backside.
Yeah. And I was just unlucky as well at the times that even early on. Took me a good couple of fights before I actually did any damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you didn't hit for ages. I was like, oh my god, like, oh.
Soul knives start to find more ownership. Like level 7, level 8-ish, because I think the throw weapon becomes a swift recovery as opposed to a move recovery.
Yeah.
And you get the option to change your weapons more.
Yes.
And I believe as well you can start to add your own effects onto the weapon.
See, that's what I have in mind, because the few encounters that the Stranger is in Knights of the Apocalypse, the campaign on this channel, the few occasions that you fought side by side with Swiftstone, he's like a moderate to high level character, so he was able to do some of those tricks of throwing his knives and changing what he has and stuff, because he had levels to burn for it, you know. Whereas I imagine at such a low level, it's a gimmick, isn't it? It's basically just a gimmicky class. That
it's generally not as good as just having a sword. Because,
just having a sword, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you can give your sword like boosts with magic and stuff, and there's not much else other than the sort of psychic strike and eventually the enhancement and things like that, which is a bit more flexible maybe, but even so, I think you have to choose which special ability you get, things like that. So it's a fun concept. It's like the like yours. It's fun in the description and the sort of like playing with it. But actually, when you get down to sort of the crunchiness of it, it's not. There's much better options.
There's also sorry, Mike, were you going to talk about build any further?
I was going to say, I mean, the Swashbuckler has dipping merit with its at level 4. You could justify a level 4 dip at most if you're intelligence. The Soul Knife is tricky because unless you're going all the way with it, it's difficult. From what I remember doing research with it, the only good prestige class I think is called the Soul Bow, which means you focus purely on the range options of the Soul Knife, and it kind of justifies a bit more their merits. But
and you certainly wouldn't have either of these classes as primary in any role, really. Like, you would have these in a party of 6, right? You wouldn't want you need your
they're not your tank.
They're not
rogue and fighter and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
They're not your tank. They're not your damage. They're your strikers. They're the ones who flank from the sides, and they're there for the fun relief after you got your main 4 doing the bits. But...
Yeah. Last thing, you're absolutely right. Madclaw and Padrichor have nothing in common. I know that's mainly on me because I'm playing a murderous orc bear, but I got rolled an orc, so I have to play him like a fucking orc, which is fun for me. I don't imagine it's that fun for you guys, but for me it's
it's fine.
There's nothing wrong with having different characters that don't get on, or not that they don't get on, but they're just very different.
To be fair, it's impossible to follow up the 2 dwarves, isn't it? So
Drast and Spit-Take.
We've had gold with those 2, so we can't expect it each time.
I think also with this module, there's not as much chance to there's no puzzles.
Yeah, there's no chat. Yeah.
You're walking around. You can insert some chat and stuff as you always can, but mainly it's just a fight. Funny.
And in this, we were like, it's empty. There's nothing in here. There's nothing to talk about because it's empty.
Yeah.
And
that doesn't prompt any discussion.
Yeah, that's true.
With the layout being the staircases in one part only, there's no traversal to the next bit. It's just
it's going.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah.
It's
a
very literal, layout. It's a lighthouse. Of course, has a single staircase going up. Why wouldn't it? But that doesn't make for good design, I guess. I don't know.
What I will say about this module, it gives 2.5 pages of some really interesting backstory that you don't
that you have
really
no way of putting.
Yeah, because the places you can't really just stick a diary into one of the places and go, or scattered bits.
Yeah,
the whole thing used to be made out of mother of pearl scales that covered the entire exterior. Mother of pearl. But centuries of being exposed to the elements whittled away the sheen until. But again, none of this is a chance to mention, which I think this is definitely a module. And I mean, yes, we still technically have a bit to do, but we've pretty much finished it. Bad Light is pretty much a module for me. I think if you were going to do it properly, you'd use it as a skeleton to then add your own campaign bits into it as well. So if you're dealing with, say, a rogue band of mercenaries, or you're hunting for information about X, Y, or Z, having that information scattered within the tower gives it more merit, whilst this is happening outside of that.
But I think we need to be careful when saying that, because if we look at White Plume Mountain, that is also an adventure designed to slot into any world, and that comes with a bounty of story possibilities that enhance the game. You've got the magic weapons, you've got these puzzles, you've got the evil wizard and the djinn and everything. Spoilers if you haven't watched it. Wait, go watch that one. then watch this one. It's too late, you're already here. Do you know what I mean? There are levels to this game, and there's that you insert into a game that has now made a spin-off for our characters because it's so rich. And there's this, which you're absolutely right, you chose the exact word, a skeleton on which to like hang other stuff on, because on its own it don't quite stand up. And that's why we say that Bad Light is a bad module.
Yeah.
Certified bad.
Bad Light.
Maybe that's a grading we'll use. This is a Bad Light module.
Let's set the next one up then, Mike. Let's have a little bit of a very quick tease before we sign off.
Of course. I'll just start the next session. As you are leaving the Pearl Tower, with one ability score of damage healed as well, don't forget.
Yeah.
Your trudge in the bitter cold is noticeable, and as the evening draws in, there are screams and howls that seem to come from the forest. But what's really weird are the whispers coming into your ear from seemingly nowhere. And we'll leave it there.
Amazing. And
oh, I'm sorry, we won't leave it there. We'll leave it instead with Bone Them Rolls.
Bone and roll.